Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Did I hear Lilo there? No, I'm not sure. Hello, everyone. I'm still admitting you all in as you flood into the room. Apologies for the delayed start. What a palaver.
No, no worries.
Hello. Hi, thank you for your patience. Oh my goodness, we'll crack straight on. But first of all, I just want to say hello and introduce myself. I'm Pippa. Nice to meet you all. I'm very excited by the turnout today. Yeah, so good to see all of your lovely, bright, eager to learn faces. So love hearts all around. Yes, thank you for your patience in sorting all of that out. I've just transferred my systems to Google Meets, and I thought it was better than Zoom for a very short period, and now I've realized Zoom is the superior method of communicating over the internet, I think. Good. So today we are going to be looking at some warm-up exercises, some great exercises to get you learning more about how to use your lips, your teeth, your voice, your tongue, your jaw, everything that we need to use in order to speak generally, but also to master our British accents. How long's the course been going on for now? It's about a week, isn't it? Or just under? A couple of days? Yeah, so you're really getting thrown in the deep end. Have you all been enjoying the challenge so far? Learning lots of different things that maybe you didn't think you'd learn anything about. Phonetics and pitch variation and goodness knows what else. So yeah, my background before I just dive in as well, I think this is quite useful to you for you to know, is that I'm an actor in the UK. I've just moved to America, so I'm over here now. Hello. It's 4:40 a.m. in the morning. We love that. And yeah, I've always had a really good interest in voice and accents generally. And so when I kind of teach you guys and coach you guys to master your British accent, a lot of what I will be looking at is emotional connection to what it is that you're saying. Things like the intonation pattern. So as I'm speaking now, you might hear there's a kind of rhythm and pitch varying my pitch is varied in my voice in a certain way. There is a very particular, with every accent, there is a particular kind of rhythm and intonation pattern that we discover. In your own accent, you will have one, whether you notice it or not, but in your British accent, there certainly is one. And we are going to start looking at that today. And we will be doing a couple of fun tongue twisters as well, because that's always a good way to warm up and have a little bit of a fun start to the session. So good. We're going to start warming up. I hope you're all somewhere where, oh, Maria's got a little one with her. How cute. I hope you're somewhere. I love it. I love it when I see pets and children running around the screen causing chaos while you're trying to learn. So yeah, we're going to start with some warm-up exercises. I always like to start with this because, like I said a moment ago, it helps us realize what we've got to work with. Okay? The voice isn't just here and what we say, the voice begins from our breath and our body. It's very much a body-based movement and production. So that's where we're going to start today. So if you're able to, I would love for you to stand up for me and we're going to get into the body a little bit. Have a little bounce around, maybe a little jog from foot to foot if you're able to. If you're not able to, that's fine. I'm just gonna, yeah, let's have a little warm up. I'm just gonna suggest if you have to say sat down, that's fine. Just make sure you're nice and on the edge of your seat and your feet are planted on the floor and we're not slouching, doing any of this business. Don't want to see any of that in my class. Good. Yeah, have a little jog. Lovely. And let's just plant those feet nice and firmly on the floor. I'm just going to double check I'm recording and admitted everyone in. Beautiful. We're going to plant our feet firmly on the floor, please. Oh, look at my camera zooming in. We're going to lift our arms nice and high in the air and we're going to spray our fingers like this. So nice big jazz hand fingers, okay? Oh, I'd rather the camera didn't zoom in because I'm trying to show you. A physical exercise. Keep those arms up in the air for me. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths, keeping those feet planted and those arms lifted. And what I'm trying to get you to realize is that you've got lovely ribs down here, okay? As we're going to keep our arms up high as we breathe, you should be able to feel those ribs expanding outwards. It keeps zooming in on a close up. And as you breathe out, you should be able to feel those ribs closing slightly, collapsing slightly. Okay, so keep those arms up. Let's feel the burn, guys. You didn't know you were getting a gym workout of my session, did you? We love it. Good. Lovely. Breathing in and out. And let's breathe out through the mouth for me. Okay, nice deep breaths. Last one, and then we'll float our arms down. Breathe in and out. And let's float those arms down all the way. You should be able to feel your blood flowing and running down those arms. Just embrace that feeling for a moment. Let me let more people in the room. And let that breath return to normal, okay? So what I'm trying to get you to realize, these lovely ribs down here are connected to our diaphragm, and our diaphragm is where this camera angle is so revolting. I'm so sorry. It's coming like super close up. Um, our diaphragm is where the breath begins and the voice begins, okay? So if we're not engaging our diaphragm down here very well, what we're going to find is that we're not able to really follow through with our voice production and keep on voice, which is an issue I see happen with a lot of, especially Europeans, when they're trying to learn the British accent. It kind of lacks follow through from the diaphragm. And as you can hear in my voice, it's quite direct, it's quite strong, and I want you guys to have that option in your British accent as well. Lovely. I think I've let everyone in, finally. Trickling in. We're going to do the same thing again with a slight variation, okay? So we're going to breathe in. Arms up to the sky. Beautiful. Reach for the skies. Excellent. Take a nice deep breath. And breathe out. Lovely. Breathing in, breathing out. In your own time, you don't have to follow my lead necessarily on this one. Breathing in. And this time on the breath out, I want you to make it a short, sharp shh, and I want you to pull your arms down like so. Shh. Yeah, float the arms up, breathing in. Short, sharp shh, shh. And again, shh, shh, a little quicker. Shh, feel the burn in the shoulders. Let it happen. Good, 3 more. Shh, 2, shh, 1, shh. Float the arms down. Lovely, jubbly. Have a little shake. Excellent. And I'm going to come and sit down with you now. Take your chair. Take to your chair. Take your seat one more time. Lovely. Thank you. Let me just really quickly message Lilo as well and let her know that it's all okay. I just realized I started the class and didn't even let her know that we're in. We're all good. Love you. Thank you. Bye. Good. Well done, everybody. So we've just got into our body a little bit and we've got into our breath a little bit more. That's what I like to see. A great place to start. So I do highly recommend before you do any classes with any of the other coaches, do that. It's going to set you up well, get your posture realigned, get your shoulders nice and warm, your neck nice and warm, and most importantly, get that diaphragm bouncing a little bit more, okay? Any questions on that, anybody? Lovely, jubbly. So, let me just consult my notes. Now we're going to have a little look into our articulators. Do you know what I mean when I say our articulators? Yeah, excellent. That's what I like to see. If any of you were shaking your head or not sure, I will quickly explain. I'm talking about lips, teeth, tongue, the jaw as well, I would say, as an articulator. It's attached to the teeth, I guess, but I would say those 4 things. So we're going to have a little look at those and warm up those, get them engaged and get them excited to start working. So we're going to do something very simple. We're going to pucker our lips like so, like we're giving someone a kiss. And then we're going to smile, a nice big smile, crazy Joker smile. And if you want to get your eyes extra intense, you'll get 10 extra points to Gryffindor. Good. Pucker. Smile. Remember to breathe. Pucker. Smile. Feet nice and planted on the floor. Posture nice and tall. We're engaged and ready to work. Pucker. Smiling. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Let's speed it up a little bit. Pucker. Smile. Get those cheekbones working. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Yeah, well done, everyone. Excellent. And as quick as you can. Why not? Let's try it. Ooey, 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 ooey. Ooh, very good. Let that exercise go. Now we're going to take our fingertips and we're just very gently, where our jaw meets our skull, where our teeth kind of lie, I just want us to trace with our fingertips down that jawline, okay? And the objective from this exercise is to release some of the tension that we've just created in doing the previous exercise, and also just let our tongue hang heavy in the hammock of our jaw, okay? So I do want to see, yeah, a little bit of a open mouth situation here. Yeah, and breathe, relax, release what you can. If it feels nice to do a nice big sigh like that as you do it, go for it. I'm being very theatrical this morning. I'm an actor after all. Lovely, good, excellent. And again, this is a really good simple exercise you can do if you're at work or you're a busy mum or whatever's going on in your life and you are a bit stressed and you're holding a bit of tension in your jaw. That's a really great way just to very quickly check in with yourself and make sure that you are releasing that tension in the jaw. If we're too tense anywhere, it's going to cause problems in our British accents, okay? And in our voice health generally and well-being generally. Good. We're going to do some tongue taps now. So we've had a little look at the jaw and the cheek and the lips in those lips pucker smiling exercise and the jaw release. Now we're going to do tongue taps. So what I want you to do is let that jaw hang open slightly, like we've just discovered, like so, okay? And we're going to let that tongue be floppy in the mouth, like we've just been to the dentist and we can't move our tongue. And all we're going to do is lift the tongue to the roof of the mouth and tap it very gently, like so. Yeah, gorgeous, everyone. Lovely. Keep going for me, just nice and slowly. Tap down, up, down. Good. Up, down. Lovely. And what I'd like to see, really good effort, Andre in particular. Hi, I can see you. Let's try and make sure that jaw, if it helps to hold the jaw slightly, we're not gripping it, but holding it, gently encouraging it to stay open. We don't want the jaw to wiggle around too much. This is a muscle isolation for that tongue, okay? So look at my jaw. It's just the tongue moving. So good, excellent correction, Andre. Well done. Lovely, everybody. Good. A few more for me. Three more. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Lovely. Well done. Have a little shake, shake. Oh, let that exercise go. Take a nice deep breath. Yeah, excellent, excellent. We're going to do the same thing now. We're going to release that jaw. And instead of going up, down, we're going to go side to side from the corners of our mouth this time. So I'll just demonstrate. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Just very gentle taps to the corner of the mouth, getting that tongue used to working on this kind of sideways plane. Excellent. Give that a go for me. Just gentle taps. So we're imagining that we're trying to tap with the tip of our tongue. We're not trying to get the whole tongue to poke out of our mouth. It's just a very gentle, a little quick tap and reach. Lovely, guys. Well done. Keep going. Remember to breathe for me. And if you're finding this a bit tricky, it should be tricky. You've probably never done this before. This is just a really, yeah, bizarre. I know. What are we all doing here? It's crazy, isn't it? Lovely. Well done. Excellent, guys. Yeah, marvelous, marvelous. Well done. Let that exercise go for me. Let's move on to the tongue. Oh no, lip lifts, one of my favorites. Let's go back to the lips. Have a little shake off, have a little breathe. And as I said, do remember to breathe while we're doing these exercises and you're concentrating on doing weird stuff with your lips and your tongue and whatever, it's very easy to just hold that breath as you're concentrating and start gripping. But we want to stay cool as a cucumber, okay? So we want to keep breathing and just enjoying the process and enjoying the discovery through the difficulty of what it is that we're doing. Lip lift. So with our top lip, we're very simply going to kind of show off our teeth and grimace slightly. So I'll just demonstrate. We're going to do this. It's a lip isolation. I want you to think that you're kind of snarling. That's it. Zoom, zoom, zooms in on me. Lovely. Well done. Almost like you got a little sneeze coming or you're sniffing something a bit weird. What was that? Like a little bunny rabbit. Excellent. Well done. We're all looking beautiful this morning. Loving life. We're going to do the same with the bottom lip, but we're not going to go up. We're going to go down this time. So here we go. Uh, uh. Remember to breathe. Even I forgot to breathe there. Dear, oh dear. Isolating the bottom lip. Yeah, showing off those beautiful bottom teeth. Excellent. And pause there for a moment. Just some things I'm seeing. Andre, different Andre, the one with the, oh no, you've both got glasses on. Dark hair with the blue jumper. Hello, I see you. Let's try, rather than having the whole lips kind of expand like so at once, what I want to try and see is imagine that we're pulling that bottom lip down, if anything. We're not going wide, we're keeping it low and down. So if you watch mine again, uh, it's like my lip is just falling down slightly. That's what I want. Good. Nice one. Yeah, better correction. You're not involving the top lip as much there, Andre. Well done. Lovely. Good job, everyone. Pause there, have a little breather, have a little shake off of that exercise. So we've hopped back to the lips again, okay? Marvelous. Now we're going to go back to the tongue. Very important that we warm up all of these wonderful muscles that we're enjoying using. Excellent. Let me just double check we're all in. Yes, we are. So now we're going to do a tongue stretch. So this one's a little bit more difficult, but you guys can do it. I believe in you. What we're going to do is rest the tongue in the mouth. You should be able to feel the tip of your tongue resting on the bottom teeth. Does anybody not feel that when the tongue is neutral in the mouth? No, we all got that? Yeah, lovely. So it should just be resting like so behind the bottom teeth. Yeah, excellent. What we're going to do, if these are my teeth and this is my tongue, we're going to reach out of our mouth with our tongue and we're going to stretch the back of the mouth. Sorry, the back of the tongue out of the mouth. I'm just going to demonstrate and I'm going to use the hand gesture as well. And I highly encourage you to use the hand gesture too, if that is something that helps you learn and helps you identify what it is that you're doing with your mouth. I've got to turn this setting off the camera that's zooming in. It's awfully unattractive and awfully not helpful when I'm trying to gesture with things. So these are my teeth. This is my tongue. What we're going to do is the following. Watch me. Bit weird, but get comfortable doing it. The jaw will open slightly, and I want you to imagine there's a beautiful portrait on the back of the tongue, and you're trying to show that off to us through the camera. Okay, so give that a go. If the hand gesture helps, please do it. Uh, uh, uh. And we're not doing this quickly. Notice the speed at which we are doing this exercise, okay? Good. Well, good. Well done. Good job, Anna. Lovely, Alina. Good, Lena. Yeah, Andre, Angelina, Olga. Beautiful. I can see you all doing it lovely. Good. And you're keeping the right tempo as well. So what we're doing is we're stretching, 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 then we're releasing and seeing if we can release the muscle completely and let it relax in the mouth before we go again, okay? Let's do 3 more repeats of that set of the exercise. All together, remember to breathe, reach out, uh, uh, and just wait a moment, take a breath, let the tongue relax. Good. And again. Uh, uh, uh. Relax, take a breath. And again, let's see if we can isolate the tongue here, guys. We're not trying to do anything crazy with the rest of the face. Everything is neutral. We're only using the minimal amount that we need to in terms of energy and muscle connection again. So last try. Let's really try and keep the rest of the face nice and neutral. Tongue coming out. Go. Release. Kudos to Anastasia doing this in public. Right on. Oh, someone's just joined. I'll mute you quickly. Lovely. Well done, everyone. How was that? Interesting? Weird? Feel nice though? I think it feels quite nice in the morning. So our tongue, I'm sure you might have gone over this with Lilo and some other teachers. Our tongue is a really big, complex muscle, and it does come all the way down here. So that exercise is just a really good way to release some tension in that tongue and in that throat, where we often do carry tension, especially in today's day and age when we're doing this all the time or we're doing this on our computers. Okay, so use these exercises in your day-to-day life. Lovely. And let's just come back one more time to that jaw release. I use the back of my hand sometimes as well, sometimes the meaty part here. And let's just take some nice deep out breaths as we pull down that jaw gently on a nice big sigh or a breathy. Let's really release, let the shoulders hang heavy. Lovely. And we're not closing those lips straight away. We're not letting the jaw come straight up after we do this. We're letting our jaw, our tongue hang nice and heavy. Take a breath. Excellent. Well done, guys. Beautiful work, beautiful work. Let's come to pitch now. So we're going to leave it there for the articulators and we're going to come to the vocal folds and our vocal range. Okay, this is very important, I think, to warm up as well. Again, in fact, how many of you? Oh, we got a kitty cat now. Meow. How many of you are doing this course out of curiosity for your professional career or your work life? Yeah, raise a hand if you are, or nod for me. Good. Okay. And how many of you are doing this just for fun? Maybe it's a bit of both. I don't know. Just for funsies. Yeah, Katerina. Yeah, a bit of fun as well. Okay, interesting. Elena's iPhone gives me a nice thumbs up. Excellent. Okay, good. Yeah, warming up your voice in the morning is a really good way to just wake yourself up, but also get you ready for those presentations at work, to speak to people. I'm sure we've all had it where we've picked up the phone or spoken to someone the first time in the morning and we're like, ugh. We can't quite communicate clearly because we haven't woken up properly. So again, these exercises I'm about to give you really useful, just simple little things that you can sprinkle in throughout your day to get you ready to communicate in whatever accent you are communicating in, okay, or whatever language you're communicating in. So we've done some sighing just then, nice and released. Now what we're going to do is practice sighing without the jaw release, and we're going to start on voice. So does everyone know what I mean when I say on voice, first of all? No, yeah. Okay, excellent. So I use the terminology on voice and off voice quite commonly when I'm teaching voice work. So when I say on voice, what I mean is that we are generating some sort of sound from our vocal folds, okay? From our larynx area in the neck. So I'm currently on voice because I'm talking to you. However, if I decided to take that voice away and I suppose whisper to you, I'm not actually letting my vocal folds do any work. There's a little bit of vocal fold action because you can still hear my voice, but I'm not on voice to the extent where you can hear me as clearly as I'm speaking now. Does that make sense? So when we do some exercises, and we might get to them, but well, we will get to them, but in a moment, when I get to some exercises and I say I want it on voice, or I'm asking you to say something clearer on voice, what I mean is I want you to confidently use your voice, okay? And actually make sure that you're engaging those vocal folds and there is a good vibration and resonance happening so that you are following through and we're not petering off and just suddenly losing the voice. Okay. However, in this exercise, what we're going to do is start on voice and just very simply do a nice voiced sigh, like so. Follow my lead. Deep breath in. Ah. Ah. And make sure you feel that nice resonance in the throat. Ah. Nice and confident. See, my first one was a little bit off voice, I would argue, but there we go. I'm getting there now. Ah, and we're starting in a higher pitch and coming down pitch as we are completing that sigh. Does that make sense, everyone? Is everyone doing that? Yeah, it might be difficult. I know if some of you are with family or you're in public or whatnot, but commit. Let's go for this, okay? Make sure that mouth is open. We're taking a nice deep breath in, filling the lungs, letting the diaphragm engage. Ah. Next step, I want us to elongate it, okay? So I don't want us to stop using the breath until we're ready to finish using the breath, okay? What I'm trying to get you to realize is that you've got some nice pitch variation naturally available to you. And when I say pitch variation, I just mean going from high to low or low to high. When I say that I want you to keep using the voice and doing what I did then, kind of dragging it out a little bit, I just want you to realize what's capable lung capacity wise for you, breath capacity wise, okay? So follow my lead again, and we're just going to keep sticking on that voice on an open R sound for as long as we feel like we can with our capacity in our lungs, okay? So one more time. Ah, keep going if you've got the voice on the M. When you run out of it, just stop. Take a breath in. Lovely. Let the breath return to normal. And what I'm doing is once I get to a certain pitch, I'm letting myself carry on and stay on that pitch. I'm not changing the pitch all the time. I'm just finding a nice, comfortable range that feels quite good and sitting on that for a little while. So we're going to do that a little bit more. And one thing I want to say as well is when you find that you're feeling some nice vibrations in your chest or your throat and it feels quite nice on whatever pitch you're on, that's where I want you to stay, okay? So once you find a nice resonant area to stretch that voice, I guess, stay there. Let's do it one more time. Nice deep breath in. Ha. When you run out of breath, just let it peter out. Lovely, well done. Do you know what? I think that's one of the most challenging exercises that I give people because it's so foreign for us to do something like that now. Like we never do we, unless we're singing. But even then, we're normally hopping around lots of different musical notes. It's a really odd thing to do, but I do think it's quite therapeutic in some way. And I want you to sit with that discomfort, guys. So if you do feel like anything is a bit uncomfortable, I want you to try and embrace that for me and keep trying. And if you have any questions at any point, please do ask. All right. Lovely. So we've done that on voice. Now we're going to do that off voice, slightly shorter, more breathy. That's what I want you to think. So you might not be able to hear me too clearly, but I'm just going to demonstrate. Breathing in. So it's almost like a ghost breath, yeah? So we're not engaging the vocal folds. This is an off voice sound because we're not engaging those vocal folds in the throat to vibrate as much and create a sound. Okay, makes sense? So let's just try that. Make these aspirate sighs for me. Deep breath in. And again, we're just relaxing that jaw, relaxing the tongue. One more time. Nice. One of those out breaths after you've done a stressful task. You've finally tidied that room, or you've finally got that project in, or it's finally Friday evening and you can chill out. One more nice aspirate sigh for me. Excellent. Well done, guys. Lovely. Could you also feel your chest rising and your chest collapsing as you were doing that? Excellent. Really pay attention to all these physical cues that you're starting to notice a little bit more, okay? Really, really, really helpful stuff. Let's come back to the voice now. We're going to do a very simple hum, okay? So with our lips closed, I just want you to find a nice little hum. And we're just going to bob around a little bit, changing that pitch slightly. We don't have to go to an extreme of high. We don't have to go to an extreme low. Just do what's ever vocally comfortable for you and follow my lead. And again, make sure it's a clear, confident sound for me. We are allowing that vocal, the vocal folds to engage. Okay, everyone doing that? What might help as well is imagining a bumblebee in the mouth. Ooh, scary. A nice bumblebee is not going to sting you unless you do it wrong. No, I'm kidding. And imagine that bumblebee is buzzing in the mouth. You might be able to send that buzz a little bit into the nose and into the front of the mouth. And I'd like you to try for me, okay? I want you to feel that resonance, that vibration, that almost uncomfortable tickle in the front of the mouth if you're able to. Keeping that sound coming forward in the front of your head. Can everybody feel that as they're trying? Lovely. Another little exercise to help find that vibration is finger taps as you're doing it. Gently tapping the area that you're trying to send the vibration can help the vibration find it. Oh, Zoom's just asked me if I'm playing music. No, I'm not. I'm humming, dear Zoom. Lovely. Well done, guys. And that's just, again, another little way to warm up the vocal folds and help us find that vibration and help us send the voice forward towards the front of the mouth again, which is something I'm going to talk quite a lot about in my sessions as we are working on our British accents. Lovely. Right, we're going to do one more exercise. I'm going to put it into the Telegram. So I don't use presentations and everything, guys. I like to be able to see you, and I like to put the directions of what it is that we're working on in the Telegram conversation. So if you've got your phone with you or you're able to access Telegram web, I'm just going to put a little exercise into our group. Oh, someone's just posted a picture of their lovely Dalmatian. How cute is that? Lovely. Right, it should be in the Pippa speech group. Lovely jubbly. I hope all of you can see that. If not, I'll actually put it in the Zoom chat as well. Great. So I've done this exercise before, if any of you have seen any of the other recordings with other cohorts. Essentially, what we're going to do now is practice some consonants followed by a vowel sound. And the main goal of this exercise, again, is to get you to identify where we're placing these consonants in the mouth. Does that make sense? Yes? Excellent. Well done, guys. You're doing fabulously well. So we're going to very simply start with the B consonant, the D sound, and the G sound. Okay, so B, D, G. But we're going to say it with a kind of short, sharp schwa slash at the end of it. So I'll just demonstrate. We're going to say ba. Repeat after me. Give it a go. Good. Ba. Good. Now onto the D sound. Da. One more time. Da. Good. And then G. Ga. Ga. Excellent. And this is an articulation exercise, so I do want you to commit and try. This should feel like maybe a little bit of effort, maybe a level 3 out of 10 on your effort scale. But I do want us to really make sure we're making a nice, crisp, clear sound, all right? Again, if you have any questions, please just do ask. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat that 3 times, B, D, G, B, D, G. No quicker than that. It's not a race. This is a vocal articulation exercise, but we don't need to do it quickly, okay? The slower, the better, especially when you're starting. I'm going to say that again because you guys, you often tend to love to run ahead. Slower, the better will help you learn quicker, okay? So we're going to start. Follow me. B, D, G. And again. B, no rush. D, G. B, D, G. Excellent. Well done. Take a breath, have a little shake off. How was that? All good? Everyone clear? Happy with that? Beautiful. Where is the B sound being made? I was kind of doing it. Front of the mouth, yeah? Ba. It's a lip thing. The lips are doing all the work. Where's the D sound happening? In the mouth. Tip of the tongue? Da. Similar to the tongue tap exercise we did earlier, isn't it? Oh, funny that. And the G is happening at the back of the throat. The tongue lifts slightly to make that g, but it is happening from those vocal folds. They're hitting together and we're releasing in a slightly plosive manner, okay? So what we're doing is we're going from the front of the mouth to the middle of the mouth, or front-ish, middle-ish, to the back of the mouth. So this is just, again, I want you to almost start thinking of your mouth in those sorts of sections. When we come to tongue twisters and working on words and phrases, I might say to you, you're keeping it at the back of the mouth a little bit too much. Bring it forward for me. Okay. So now we're identifying what range we've got to work with. We'll be able to use that and get there a little bit quicker. We're going to do the same thing again now, but we're going to go backwards. We're going to start with the G, second at the D, third at the B. Okay. So let's try that nice and slowly. No rush. We'll speed it up a little bit though. G, D, B. And one more time. G, D, B. Nice on the beat. G, D, B. And let it go. Well done. How was that? Can you feel the difference? We're starting at the back, more central to the front. Excellent. Now what we're going to do is piece them together. Okay. Again, this is a great little warm up you can do to just switch your brain on before any of the classes that you do with any of the teachers here. So we're going to start at the B, go to the D, go to the G, then we're going to go straight to the G, to the D, to the B, okay? And I want you to think of it like spreading butter on a piece of bread. We're going to try and keep it nice and smooth, Nice and clear. We're not rushing, but nice and smooth. Imagine that we're going from the front to the back to the front. Yes. And if you want to physicalize that or use any gestures that come up for you, please feel free. So nice and slow, but a little bit quicker. Let's start. We'll stick on the beat. Let's go. B, D, D, G, D, B. I'll slow down a little bit. I started clicking and I was like, this is too fast already. I've gone too fast. I got excited. Okay, so we're going to do that. Wait one more beat before we go back the other way. So it'll be B, D, G, wait, G, D, B. Wait. B, D, G. Join in. G, D, B. One more time. B, D, G. And wait. G, B, B. GDB. There we go. Even the best of us make mistakes. Lovely. Well done. How was that, everybody? Yeah, interesting. Well done. Lovely. So that was a voiced consonant. Those were voiced sounds. Yeah, we were really using that voice. B, D, G. These are voiced consonants. Now we're going to do exactly the same, but with the unvoiced version of those consonants. Okay. So we're going to do a P. Shouldn't be any voice really. There's a little bit of aspiration there, so there is some vocal fold engagement. But what we are doing is breathy kind of sounds and using the articulators alone to create the sound. Okay, is that making sense? Lovely. So it might be a little bit harder to hear. I'll make sure I have a better microphone next time. But what we're doing is, so for Pippa, can everyone do that? Lovely, lovely, lovely. And one thing I will just say, actually, let me just pin a little bit clearer. There we go. We're not trying to grip the teeth, the lips in too much. So it shouldn't be a. Can you see how I'm pulling my lips into my mouth a little bit there? What we're trying to do is quite simple. It's just a very slight pursing of the lips, okay? Yeah, so don't go too crazy with the pulling in for that sound. Excellent. Well done, guys. Good corrections. Then we're going to move straight onto the T, which is the same thing, same place as the D, but this time it's voiceless. T, t, t. Like a little tap on a hi-hat drum, yeah? T, t, t. And can you see I'm not doing too much with the jaw. I'm not lip rounding, doing too much of that. Have a little go for me. T, 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 t. Good. Can everyone feel their diaphragm down here working a little bit harder on that one in particular? Yes. Interesting. So again, this is why we warmed up that diaphragm. A lot of these plosive, voiceless sounds, because there is no voice, they require more energy from us in that diaphragm to get the air forcing through to make the sound, okay? So well done. And then we're going to finally end on the K sound, k, 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 like we're cutting through, okay? Excellent. Can you all feel the back of the tongue kind of hopping around a little bit as you do that as well? Yeah, try again if not. Excellent. Well done, guys. Lovely. Good. So again, feeling that back of the tongue kind of lift and drop a little bit to make that sound really, really helpful for you. So we're going to do the same exercise again. Let's just start with the PTK, PTK, PTK 3 times, nice and slowly. Let's give it a go. Let's go. Now, the one more time. And p, t, k, and wait. K, t, p. One more time. Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry, I've just realized I'm making us do the butter one already. I was jumping you to the final round. Let's keep it PTK first of all. So front, middle, back, front, middle, back, front, middle, back. Okay, one more time. P, t, k, and wait. P, t, k. Good. Well done. Could you all hear me doing that, just out of curiosity, or was the microphone, was it picking it up? Yeah, okay, excellent. Sometimes I remember with Zoom before, sometimes it wasn't picking things up, so I had to like make sure I had a microphone attached to me the whole class. Excellent. Well done. Let me remove my pin so I can see all of you a bit more. There we are. Lovely. So we're going to do the opposite of that now. So K T P K T P K T P. Let's go. Lovely. And make sure you do have a sip of water. If you've got some water with you, make sure you do sip as well. These sorts of voiceless sounds not the best for the vocal fold health. Okay, so if you do feel a bit raspy and dry, that's fine, but make sure you just swallow. Try not to cough. Swallow, drink some water, and you'll be good as gold. Lovely. And now let's do the butter. Call it the spreading of the butter exercise. So we'll start with the p to k, and then we'll go k to p, and we'll just repeat that a few times. All right. So in your own time, let's give it a whirl. If it helps to use your finger like I am, placing where each sound is being made, please do. I'm doing it to help you as well, just so you can see where I am in case you can't hear me. Let's give it a go. Oh, what am I doing? Guys, like I said, it's like 5 a.m. in the morning for me, and I've not, look at my coffee. I've not had barely any of it because I got too excited and was faffing with everything. Let's start again. And let that be a lesson as well. We don't have to get it right. This is just a bit of fun. I know we want to get it right, but it doesn't matter. We all make mistakes and we're here to learn from them. Let me take a bit of coffee. Gee whiz. Let's try one more time. P, starting at the P, front of the mouth. And again, let's t, p, t, k, k, t, p, p, t, k, k, t, p. Well done. We got there in the end, didn't we? Bloomin' heck. Well done, everybody. Any questions on that? Excellent, lovely. And again, it just goes to show, like I do these exercises all the time. And I still make my little mistakes when I'm not quite switched on, all right? So just know it's completely normal. And sometimes you're going to feel like you get it, and sometimes it's just not going to happen for whatever reason. Try not to be too hard on yourself, all right? Let's have some fun doing this. It is, after all, learning a funny little accent, isn't it? That's all we're trying to do. Lovely. So let's have a little look at the rhythm then. We're going to come straight in. I'm going to flip it round actually. I've decided. Let's start with some tongue twisters that are looking at stresses. So Lilo's in particularly asked me to look at the rhythm of the British accent with you in particular. Now, this is something that I find quite tricky to articulate because, as I said at the start of class, a lot of what we are doing when we're talking in whatever accent, whatever language, we are expressing ourselves, correct? It's a way to share our thoughts, speak up in meetings or with family and friends. Depending on the context, we're going to speak very differently, right? I bet you speak to your parents very differently to how you might speak to a business partner. You might speak very differently to your friends on a Friday night in the nightclub, very differently to the shop assistant at Tesco's or Greg's who's getting you a sausage roll. It's very different and it's very dependent on the situation and the context. Regardless, there are some little things that I think we do have in our British accents. And a lot of it, I do believe, stems from Shakespeare. Who's familiar with Shakespeare? Anyone know Shakespeare? Know that guy? You know that guy, Shakespeare? Yeah, yeah, you're all familiar. Nice guy, lovely, top bloke.
All the world is a stage.
What was that?
All the world is a stage, and all the
All the
there
world.
are many players.
You're the first person. I've taught blooming hundreds of these, and you're the first person to willingly volunteer a quote from Shakespeare. Thank you. You've made my day. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Ah, love it. Well done. Well done, Maria. 10 points to Gryffindor for you. Lovely. So what we're going to do, I've put it in the chat. In fact, let me put it in the Telegram as well. We've got two tongue twisters, and I've picked these tongue twisters for very good reason. A, they're hard. It's a hard tongue twister. B, it's slightly long tongue twister than we're maybe used to not be or not to be, Lena. That is the question. I nearly put that in actually today, so maybe I will put it in now that you've said it as well. Love it. Thanks, guys. In case you couldn't tell, I love Shakespeare. But anyway, like I said, a lot of what I think we say today and how we speak today does derive from this iambic pentameter. Now, we're not going to go into that, but it's essentially like a poetical kind of bounce, a little rhythm, a little stress pattern that is often used in our day-to-day language. And it's often referred to a bit like a heartbeat, okay? So let's do that little, that lovely little moment from Dirty Dancing. If you've all seen that film, go. Gogun, when he's trying to get, I was about to say Sandy, that's not it, is it? Baby, to feel the beat, yeah? Gosh, oh, the camera panned in on me at the right emotional moment there, didn't it? So let's just do a little da-dum. 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 Okay? Mm-mm. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? 1, 2. What I want you to start realizing as we're doing that is that the stress, in fact, you tell me, where's the stressed beat on those? Ba-bum. Where's the stress? Is it the first or the second? Second beat. What are we saying? First or the second beat? Yeah, give me a that or a that. What do you think? Lovely. Okay. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. Where do we think it is? One more time. Show me. Interesting. This is good. It's not, it doesn't matter if you get it wrong. I'm just curious what everyone's naturally inclining to. Okay, good. We've got a mixture of twos and ones. Fabulous. The first, Maria says the first. Excellent. So it's the second. The second beat, okay? Absolutely fine. Ba-bum. Because the first beat is the first beat, I think sometimes it does feel like it packs a little bit more of a punch. But the ba-bum, da-dum, da-dum. Can you kind of hear how I'm using volume, pitch, and also stress in whatever way I can, physically and energetically, to kind of try and stress that second beat a little bit more? I want you to practice that in your own time while you're washing the dishes, waiting for the kettle to boil. I want you to start practicing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Like like you always see, well, you don't always see it, but in the theatre world anyway, you often do mic testings and you're like, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. I want you to practice that a little bit, okay? And what I want us to do is look at that iambic kind of stress, where we've got two beats and the first one is unstressed and the second one is stressed. And in these tongue twisters that I've put in the chat, the first syllable is unstressed, the second is stressed. The next syllable is unstressed, the second is stressed. So we're kind of going ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Can you hear that kind of rhythm? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's like a gallop kind of going on. Yeah, does that make sense? If any of this isn't making sense and it's not quite landing, please just raise your hand, ask the question, or put it in the chat, and I will try and explain a different way. Okay, everyone does think differently. Thinks things differently and understands things differently. So please just ask and I will try my best. So the tongue twisters we've got, let's look at those and try and apply what we've just learnt with that iambic 1, 2 stress pattern into this. So here we go. I'm just going to read the first tongue twister, okay? Can everyone see it? It should be in the chat and on Telegram. Lovely. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit. I'm giving myself a little bit of a metronome on the beat I want to stress, okay? I'll just do it one more time and try and you can have a little listen along, do it along with me if you can. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit. Can you hear how every other syllable is more stressed than the other one? Yeah? And I am breaking it up. Now, this is a tongue twister. This is an exercise. We would never, yes, I can write it down for you. I'll pop it back in. Sometimes I do different accents, by the way, for fun. And then I realize it's not helpful when I'm doing a British accent. Session. I just suddenly go Australian just for good fun. Well done. Thanks, Maria, as well for helping there. So we would never say that sentence like that necessarily. You'd never go upon the slitted sheet. But for the sake of this exercise, I want us to do that, okay? We are breaking it up, we're chopping it up, and we're making sure we're sticking to that unstressed, stressed rhythm. Okay, so super slowly, let's all do it together. If it helps to add a little clap, or a tap of the chest or a tap of the leg on every second syllable, the even numbered syllable, please do. And we're going to do it a little bit slower than what I just did there, because this is a tricky tongue twister and you might swear, you might accidentally say a swear word with this one, which is why I kind of find it kind of fun. A bit naughty. Lovely, good. So let's do it nice and slow. Let's start. Let's go. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit. Well done. Good. And well done, Lena, clapping along. How was that? Bit weird. Do it one more time. Here we go. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit. Yeah? Can we all hear that kind of like dun, dun, bam, 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 bam? Yeah, okay, excellent. Well done, everybody. There's a musical quality to it, isn't it? Isn't there? Are any of you musically inclined? Do any of you play instruments or have any rap? Yes. Rapping, I sing the piano. Excellent. Lovely. Good. Again, sometimes I'll kind of reference musical, make musical references in my teaching, but I do think it's quite helpful, especially with the British accent. So again, tying this all into the piano as well. Lovely. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, tying this all into Shakespeare, a lot of Shakespeare's work, especially his poetical, well, most of it's poetical, is in this kind of structure where we have these unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. It is like a heartbeat, and I do believe it is kind of the lifeblood of the British accent. Whatever remit of Britain you're coming from, whether it's Scotland, Wales, Ireland, or any accent within England, I do think it does have this kind of heartbeat structure that helps us express ourselves. Okay, so again, just a really important note. I don't know if any of you are taking notes and have notebooks with you. I do highly recommend that actually, and I will send you this recording. But do start to think while you're communicating, what am I stressing? What's the most important bit of information that I need to get across in this phrase that I'm saying? Even these absurd little tongue twisters, we're stressing the important things, aren't we? We're not saying that I fixed the blanket. We're saying I slit the sheet. Like I've just ripped that sheet. It's quite important that we're stressing the right things. If I said to you, I slit the sheet, it doesn't quite make sense, does it? Can you hear the difference between how I'm stressing there? So again, even when you're doing these little tongue twisters in other classes, or you're practicing them in your own time, remember to keep trying to engage with the words that you're saying. See if there's a way that you can pluck them out as an extension of the exercise of them being a tongue twister or whatever it is that you're practicing, a consonant cluster or a certain vowel sound or whatever. See if you can keep changing the pitch, changing the stress, and discovering more about that, because it means that you are going to find that British rhythm and intonation pattern a little bit quicker because you're practicing and flexing all of those muscles. Does that make sense, everybody? Any questions, just let me know. Yeah. It's blooming fascinating. There's one thing learning how to do it with the tongue and the lips and the words themselves, the whole new language that most of you are probably learning. But then also adding on this extra layer of meaning behind it. And fundamentally, that's what we're all trying to do. It's we're trying to be understood better in our British accents, are we not? So really, really interesting. Well done, everybody. Let's move on to the second tongue twister. And then what we're going to go and do is go around individually, and you're all going to do the tongue twister alone so I can hear you and give you feedback. Great, let's go on to the next one. This one I stole from a friend of mine. She does this at the beginning of every show that she did with me. And it's a big long tongue twister. She'd go, what a to do to die today at a quarter to do today. We're not going to do it that quickly. But again, similar thing. What a to do to die today at a quarter to do today. Quarter to two today. God, see, need more coffee. Have a swig of coffee, have a sip of water if you're like me. In fact, what time is it everywhere? Are you all in different places? You must all be in different places. Oh, good. 1:30 in the afternoon, Dubai, Italy. I forgot to ask this at the start of class because it was just a faff getting the call happening in the first place. Brussels, Melbourne. Melbourne. Love Melbourne. Very good. London. Excellent. You sound like you're from London. UK time. Excellent. Belgium. Oh, wonderful. Oh, good. It's in the afternoon for most of you guys. Macclesfield. Excellent. Random. Finland. Wow, well done. Oh, Thailand. Oh my God, this is the most international class I think I've ever had. Kazakhstan. Amazing. Okay, I digress. I get I get excited and I get sidetracked sometimes. Lovely. Thanks for sharing that, everybody. Made my day again. Lovely. So this one's slightly different. So what I've done here is kind of give us a bit more of a challenging tongue twister in terms of that rhythm. What a to do. So what we're trying to do here is a da 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 dum. This is like another level of kind of poetical uh not like a it's kind of like a lift that we have a lot of the time in our British accents. Okay, I'm going to the shops. There is this kind of like other means of galloping through the text, okay? And this is one of them that I wanted us to have a little look at. So I'm just going to repeat it. And if you listen to the natural rhythm that I put into it, I want us to try and emulate that. Again, it's not the right way to say this necessarily, but this is what I want us to work on the exercise. What are to do to die today at 1:45 today? So I'm giving myself that metronome, but there's a few little extra syllables that I'm kind of getting over to get to the point a little bit, to get to the beat. Does that make sense? Can you hear that rhythm, especially when I'm clapping? What are to do to die today at 1:45 today? Can you hear that rhythm, everyone? Yeah. So it's slightly different again, and it's not set in stone, but it's the kind of natural rhythm that this sentence is making me go to. If I hadn't given you that rhythm, I bet you would have maybe actually said that tongue twister quite similarly, because of the natural rhythm. What are to do to die today at 1:45 today? If I was going to say it a little bit more naturally, what are to do to die today at 1:45 today? God, we can make sense of anything if we really try hard enough and think about how can we communicate this, okay? So let's have a little go of that one. Let's give it nice and slow. We'll all do it as a group and then we'll come together. Lovely, well done. We'll come together separately and do it individually. Anyway, okay, here we go. What a to do to die today at 1:45 today. Good. Let's try it one more time. What are to do to die today at 1:45 today? We'll do it one more time. And I'm coming quite in quickly with that at a quarter. It's kind of on the offbeat, yeah? One more time. Let's try again. What are to do to die today at 1:45 today? How's that feeling? Good? Interesting? It's more difficult. It absolutely is. I'm throwing you in the deep end, guys. When Lila was like, do rhythm with them, I was like, you know, that's quite advanced, right? But I do think it's quite good to have a look at it now and plant that seed. So when you're doing all the other amazing stuff that you're going to learn, because you've barely scratched the surface, it's brilliant. What Lilo's created for you guys is phenomenal. It's just going to help you kind of reap that as you go. Yes, Natalia, do you have a question, my love?
Hi. Yes, I do have a question about um do I get it correct that the every fourth syllable is stressed? What it to do, the fourth one, to die today, the fourth one, but at a quarter it's the third one. Is it correct?
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of changes a little bit. So when we come in with at a quarter, like I said, we're kind of coming in a bit quick with that, like almost on the offbeat or the half beat. So what to do? So I definitely say that's the fourth syllable. And actually the first three, I'm actually trying to get you to skim over a little bit. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're kind of hopping on those three and landing on the fourth one. Yes. The second one, I'm kind of breaking that up a little bit. To die today. I'm actually asking you to stress the second of that little group. So the sixth, I guess, and the eighth a little bit more. But yes, your instinct is right as well on that today, the fourth, we're stressing. So yes, is this making sense? Yeah, and then as we get here, we're cutting in a little bit quicker at 1:45 today. So what I'm asking you to do is come in a little bit quicker with the beat on the half beat so that actually we're kind of bypassing a half beat and kind of coming in a little bit earlier. So yeah, it's kind of catching us off and changing us rhythmically a little bit. So again, this is what I mean, guys. It's not set in stone, but there is a natural rhythm with certain phrases and certain tongue twisters in particular, um, where it feels right, but it is a bit odd. Fourth, second, second, third, 1:45 today. And then even actually those last ones, I'm kind of keeping them a bit more monosyllabic in terms of stress and trying to make sure those are 1:45 today. Because it's not 1:45 or 1:45. It's or 1/4 past 2. It's 1:45. So again, we're stressing all these things a little bit more to find more meaning and find more of a rhythm in it. And it is about finding the natural rhythm rather than fighting the natural rhythm. And what I'm trying to get us to do is find the natural rhythm that I personally have found in that phrase. Does that make sense? So yeah, you're spot on. Your instinct is spot on, and that's exactly it. It's a pattern, but not really a pattern. It makes no sense. But yes, good. Thank you for asking. Well done, Natalia. So we're going to go around individually now, a little bit of a lightning round. And I'm going to get you all to do both tongue twisters. We'll start with one, go round, and then we'll start with the next one, go round. And I'll give you all individual feedback. Really important to pay attention to each bit of feedback that I'm given. If you do need to take a little break or anything, that's fine. This is a long session. But do listen to what I'm saying to other people because you might find that I'm explaining the same thing to two different people totally differently. You might be doing the same mistake, but one of you gets it one way, one of you gets it the other. And it's really helpful to see, yeah, and hear and keep learning how we're talking about all of this stuff. So, if you can all do me a favor, if you are on your computer, raise one of your hands or an emoji or something on here, just so I can see who hasn't gone yet. And what I'll do is ask you to take your hand down once I have seen you, just so I can check I've got you all. And seen you all. Yeah, raise it on the Zoom. Otherwise, you might get a dead arm, Maria, if you're up there like that whole time. I don't get to see you. Stefania's doing it as well. There we go. That's it. You know what I'm doing. Right, we're going to start with the first that's popped up for me. And I'm going to pin you and I'm going to pin me if I can find myself again. Anton, unmute your microphone, please. Let's start with the slitted sheet. Tongue twister, if you don't mind.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Fab. Um, Here we go. Um, I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Absolutely excellent. Well done. Smash the rhythm. Exactly what I was asking for, which is good considering you thought the stress was on the first syllable, I think, earlier. Well done. So
Yeah.
excellent. So already excellent self-corrections. Lovely. I'm not just going to give you feedback on the rhythm, guys, as well. I will give you feedback on the consonants and the articulation generally. Lovely. Nice use of fab, by the way. I thought that was very British. And yeah, when I'm talking to you, try and get that British part of your brain on for me and try and get that. Speak to me like you're exercising all of those exercises you've done. So well done, Anton. Thank you. Yeah, sheet, that E sound, that sheep vowel sound. I just want a little bit more clearer. So, you know, at the beginning of class, we did I got us to do the exercise, like holding the pitch. Can we do that on an E? Just it didn't have to be too loud or anything, but just go E.
Mm. E.
Excellent. E, E. Can you try and relax the tongue a little bit more for me? So it's not quite up to the roof of the mouth. It's a little bit more, again, maybe release the jaw a little bit. And just E. Oh my gosh, it's such a
E.
subtle difference, but that's much better. Well done. So when we do the sheet, E, I kind of want us to sheet, really stress how long it is. Make it longer than you would ever say it, but just try that for me. So say the word sheet, but almost sing it.
Mm.
I don't want to say, sometimes I say sing it, but obviously that's like terrifying for most of us to just sing. But yeah, let's just make it three repeats of the same word, elongating that E, and really try and keep thinking about that tongue is nice and low, nice and heavy. We're not bringing it up at any point, okay?
Mm.
Sheet.
Sheet.
Okay, good. Sheet. Can you try and send the resonance more into the jaw and less up here for me? I think we rose
Mm.
that tongue again a little bit. Make it a little bit shorter for me. Good doing it longer though. But let's keep it a little bit more clipped. Sheet. Sheet.
Sheet. Sheet.
Yeah, good. Interesting.
Sheet.
Shit. Can you hear? What I'm hearing more of is shit, she, rather than she. I'm hearing more of a
Mm.
she than a she.
Mm.
She. So again, let's just take the T off. Let's just try it with the SH. She.
She.
Better. That's what I want. She.
She.
Yeah, good and excellent. So I don't know if you guys noticed what lovely Anton did then. He got this bit involved. by going a bit wider. I don't know, it's kind of helped him a little bit. So well done. She. So good. When we're
She.
doing, yeah, when we do other, so consonants get in the way all the time. Sometimes when we employ certain shapes with our lips, it will impact what our tongue does. And sometimes when we try and do something with our tongue, our lips would go crazy and do something else. So again, it's about really learning to isolate each muscle and each group, each thing in isolation, so that we can pick and choose what we switch on, guys. Okay, really useful thing for all of you. So just practice. Hand on my video. I have no idea how to do that. At the bottom of your Zoom, if you're on, or actually, can somebody else type that in the chat? Because I'm actually not sure how to explain it. Someone's put a question in the chat. Can somebody helpful just sort that out for me? Thank you, darlings. Is that making sense what I'm saying, Anton? Yeah. So for me, it sounds like as soon as we add those consonants either end, the vowel in the middle gets a little bit muddied. Okay. So what I'm doing, and again, really useful for all of you to pay attention to here and employ in your practice when you're not with a teacher. If something's not quite sounding right, take one consonant away. Try it with one. Sound good? Great. Okay. Let's pop that one back in. Take that one away. Try it with this. So let's just try now, Anton. Eat, eat, like you're eating. Let's take the sh away and just use the T with the right vowel sound.
Eat. Eat.
Excellent. And you're doing the
Eat.
corners of the mouth. Yeah. And let's try a different pitch. Eat, eat.
Eat. Eat.
Good, well done. Lovely. So with the T, I'm actually thinking it's the T that's not causing much of the issue here. I think it's the sh sound. Sheet is actually making his tongue go a little bit higher as he prepares for that.
Mm.
So it's interesting. As you prepare for that, forgive me, Anton, I'm trying to explain it to everyone
That's all right.
as well as you. Is that kind of making sense?
It does. And I noticed that if I move my lower jaw a little bit forward, it helps a little bit.
Ah, interesting. Sheet. Yeah, okay, interesting. What I'll ask you to do is, if that helps for now, great, keep it going. Try and visualize that energetic motion forward without manipulating the jaw too much.
Mm.
Because what I don't want it to happen is that that becomes like a thing that happens quite often. It can cause injuries for a start because our jaws are
Mm.
very precious. But also it might interfere then with the following any other consonants or sounds that you're making with that E sound. So practice that for now, but also try and think, okay, how can I visualize my voice going in that direction and my tongue doing what I need it to do without that jaw manipulation? Does that make sense?
Mm. It does. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So
Yeah.
let's just do that first four syllables of that tongue twister. I slit the sheet. And let's make that sheet nice and long again.
Mm. I slit the sheet.
Good, well done, well done, lovely, well done. Have you got any questions? We'll leave it there. I don't want to do too much one-to-one stuff, otherwise we'll be here all day. Any questions
No,
at all,
I'm
though?
good.
You're
I'm
good.
good. Thanks. Yeah.
Excellent, good. If you can take your hand down, I think you already did, then I know that you have done that one. Excellent. iPhone Karina, you're next. Hello, dear. Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Excellent.
Give me a sec. Um,
So the
I
slit
s-
the sheet. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I slit the sheet. The sheet is I slit. Upon the slighted sheet I sit.
Lovely. Well done. Well done. Really, really good. One thing I'm seeing with you, I won't come on to the rhythm with you, actually. I'll talk to you more about the sheet. Again, it's the sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, that E sound that we're trying to make. So what you were doing, it's really interesting. I don't know if anyone else noticed this as well. Karina, as you were saying it, you kind of kept your lips in that sh shape. You were kind of going shoot,
Mhm.
shoot.
Sheet.
But actually, if you watch me when I do it, what do my lips do? Sheet, sheet.
Sheet. Sheet.
Better.
Okay,
Good.
thank
So
you.
release them. So give it another go. Don't do the whole tongue twister. Let's just say I slit the sheet.
I slit the sheet.
Yeah, good. Well done. And
Mm.
interesting, really interesting watching people concentrate and try and change it. You kind of didn't give me as much lip rounding on the sh, and actually I do want that. So even trickier, what I want to see from
I'm
you
just
is, yeah,
I just suppose this is look not natural when you like
of
so
course,
much open
of
your mouth.
course, yeah. It's really unnatural,
So smart.
especially, yeah. And if you, where are you from? What's your native language?
Russian.
Russian, right. Yeah, so again, and I think from what I've seen from the Russians that I have worked with, there is a lot of kind of lip rounding that often happens, which is lovely. But yeah, now I'm trying to get you to exercise those muscles to release quickly to get to a nice width of the corners of the
Yeah.
mouth, and it feels like can't do it. But again, all those exercises we did at the start of the class will help the pucker, smiling. Do those for me, a couple of these. Yeah, exactly. Getting used to dripping. Lovely, well done. So let's try one more time. Let's just say the word sheet 3 times. Sheet,
Sheet, sheet, sheet,
sheet.
sheet,
Good. Remember that lip rounding. Prepare. Sheet.
sheet,
Yeah, good. One more time.
sheet,
Yeah, excellent. One more time. Sheet.
sheet,
Excellent. That last one was spot on
sheet.
as well with the vowel sound.
Mhm,
Lovely. Well done. Well
mhm,
done. So again, for you, what I think something's going to be helpful for you to practice is that pucker
mhm,
smiling exercise and trying it at different
mhm,
tempos so that we're not just going
mhm,
close, we're going,
mhm.
That might help. And also,
Thank you.
yeah, that's fine. Practice that E sound as well. Let's just really quickly do a nice long E.
E.
That's it. That's what I want in that
Mhm,
she
mhm.
sound, okay?
Sheet.
Um,
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
hello, lovely. Have you got any questions?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Fantastic. Take that hand down for me, and I
Okay,
will
thank you.
find the next person. Andrei Maximenko, please. Hello. Oh, I'll ask you to unmute. Has that worked? Where is it? Where is the button? It's normally bottom left, I think. There it is. Excellent. How are you?
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Lovely. Let's have a go at that tongue twister, please.
Mhm. I slit the sheet, sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I slit. I sit.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. It's a tricky one, guys. It's a tricky one. Fantastic. I loved as well. Andre was trying to get that stress and that rhythm happening. Try it again for me, Andre. But slow it down even more because I think you'll actually manage to master it if you slow it down. I slit the sheet.
I
Let's go that
slit
tempo.
the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, lovely. Well done. Well done. Excellent work. What are you finding most difficult in that phrase?
Ooh.
I think the rhythm's quite good. Is there any of the sounds or shapes that you're trying to make that you're not that you keep running into troubles with, you think?
Uh, my thinking it's a balanced position.
Yeah. Okay, excellent.
Uh,
Let's have a little look at the final part of the tongue twister. Upon the slitted sheet I sit. Can you just say that final part for me? And don't worry about the rhythm too much. I'm trying to look at the articulation now.
upon the slitted sheet I slit. I
Yeah.
sit.
Yeah,
Upon
excellent.
the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, excellent. So what I actually want to see from you a little bit more is more of that tip of the tongue coming to the roof of the mouth to make the N and the T sounds. I want those to be a little bit clearer. I feel like they're a little bit lackluster and it's tripping you up a little bit. So let's just try, like the Batman theme tune. Na 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 Batman. You know that song? I want you to just do a few na 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 na's for me.
Na 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 na
Beautiful,
na
lovely
na
strength.
na na
Yeah.
na.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
interesting, Andre. So only having known you about an hour now, I can see that when you naturally do it without thinking, you're good, but then you
Apa-
overthink it and then you're making it more complicated for yourself. I actually think, take a deep breath for me. Chill. It's all good. This is just a bit of fun. Na 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 na. Do that for me.
Na 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 na
Excellent. Try not to
na na
grimace
na
as you're doing it. Watch how I'm doing it. Na 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 na. My lips are nice and neutral. Na 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 na.
na 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 na.
Good. You're still smiling at me. I don't want you to be happy. I want you to be a little bit indifferent. No. Everyone try it.
Na 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 na. Na
There we
na
go.
na na.
Good
Na
getting
na
there.
na na.
And now let's go da. Like a
Da da
drum.
da da.
Yeah, D.
Di 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 di.
Do.
Do 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 do.
Good. Da.
Da 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 da.
Excellent. Release that jaw for me. Let's just do a little bit of jaw release. Use your hands for me. Yeah, if ever your fingertips, you don't want to use your fingertips because they might be dirty or whatever, just use your knuckles instead. Good. Yeah, yes. Oh, Andre, this is what I want to see. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. So, Andre, what you're doing is you're making your lips do something that they don't need to do, and you're interfering with the sound that you're trying to make because you're concentrating so hard on doing something. Which is great. It's really good that you're focusing so hard on it, and I can see all of that effort. But actually, what I think is going to really help you is practicing releasing that jaw, releasing the tension here, because you don't have to talk like this. I don't talk like this. My lips are pretty neutral a lot of the time and they're resting. Okay. So for you, that's the biggest thing I want you to practice. And I also want you to practice doing those chopping board exercises. Da, ta, tu, t, na. All of those consonants that require the tongue to go to the roof of the mouth. I want you to strengthen those for me. Okay.
Lovely. Thank you.
Makes sense. Good. Excellent. So well done. Excellent work and great work on the rhythm as well, Andre. Delightful. Any questions? Sorry, I always ask if anyone's got any questions.
No,
No,
thank you.
you're welcome. Smashing it. Stefan. Oh, she's gone dark in Stefania, so I'll go on to the next person just in case she's away.
I have to
Jamilia.
put the link.
Oh, I'll come back to you, Stefania. We'll go to Jamilia. Gasanova. Cool name. Welcome. Unmute yourself, my love. Oh, I think I muted you again. Sorry.
So can you hear me?
I can
Hello?
hear you now. Hello.
Thanks. So let me try to do that. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Great. Well done. Lovely. And I'm curious, have you been working on the glottal stop instead of the T sound with anyone yet?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Actually, yeah, I've just worked on that.
Okay, fantastic. I love that you used it then for me, but
Thanks.
I don't want
Mhm.
it. I want the T. Give me the T, please. I slit. I really want to hear a nice crisp, clear T at the end of those words where they're meant to be. Again, guys, make sure you practice both so you've got both in your remit. If you're talking differently to people at business, at work meetings or something, when you're being professional, you might want to use the T. When you're with your friends, you might want to go, I slit the sheet. And chill out a little bit with it, okay? So for you, Jamelia, do the whole tongue twister again. Make sure every consonant at the end of a word is sounded for me crystal clear. Thank you. Try again.
Okay, so I'll try again. Okay. I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Fantastic. Oh, it cut out just at the end, but I'm confident you did it correctly. Thank you. How did that feel? Weird? Good?
So.
So, okay, excellent. So amazing. So this is like kind of a bit of a level we want to get to, guys, where if I say, can you give me more of a T? And you can just do it. So that's really good, Jamelia. I can tell that you've been practicing already. Good. Let's just have a quick look at upon. So good. Something that snuck in, which I'm sure you heard, upon the slitted. In a British accent, we very rarely use the Z sound unless it's like at the end of a word. If I'm saying my hands are cold, we don't ever say z or z when we're saying the word the or the. Okay, so make sure, I'm going to get you to do the whole tongue twister again. Make sure you don't fall short at that final hurdle and give me a upon the or z. It's not right. Upon the. Let's try upon the. I want a schwa there, okay? Upon the slitted sheet I sit. Say that for me. Whole tongue twister again.
Okay. I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Lovely. Excellent call and response. Fantastic. Well done. Good work on the rhythm as well. Yeah, really, really nice. Final little pointer I'll give you just because I'm being nitpicky and you're picking up really well. The sheet I slit. So make sure, and this is a really good thing for everyone to pay attention to, I. It's really easy when we're feeling more confident and we're picking up the pace with what we're saying a little bit, that there's just these little things that don't quite sound right. And that's where a native British speaker will go, where are you from? What are you
I'm
saying?
from Russia. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
Dagestan.
So
Maybe.
right, so just be aware again when we get to that I slit the sheet I slit. Make sure that's still a diphthong. I, rather than like a random sound. That's something that happens quite a lot, guys. So don't disregard the personal pronoun and try and skim over it because you know it's not as important because it isn't, and that's fine. That's good. Good observation. But we still need to make sure that the sound itself is correct for the accent that we're working on, okay? So just do the whole tongue twister one more time and make sure we don't cut short the I and make it a or something else, okay? One more time.
Should I pronounce like I? Yeah?
Yeah, I, yeah.
Mhm. Okay. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yes, lovely. Well done, well done, well done. Yeah, really good. The second slit slightly lost the lovely kit vowel that I know you will have all been working on already. But that's fine. I'm giving you lots of different things to think about and you're employing all of them. So well done. Have you got any questions at all?
No, thanks you.
No, you're very welcome. Well done. Lovely effort. Let's press on to Stefania. She's back. What have we got going on here? Let's do the tongue twister, please, my love.
Hi there, could you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you.
Great. I slit the shit I slit. Upon the slitted shit I sit.
Yeah, lovely. Well done. So your sheet sound was consistently sounding a little bit more like shit. A little bit more like that kit vowel, okay? So again, similar to what I did with, I think it was Anton earlier. E, let's just sing a few little E's.
A,
Yeah, different pitch for me. E.
a,
Yeah. E. And again.
a,
E. Do more of what Anton did. More corners lifted. E. E.
e, e,
A little bit
e,
more here. So what you're doing, what I'm seeing, Stefania, is that you're still keeping the corners quite neutral. E, E. What I would like to see is a bit more of this. E, E.
e, e,
Thank you, lovely.
e.
Yeah, it will feel like you're doing it like a bit unnaturally and like manipulating it a bit, but we need to wake it up and get it doing it. Okay, so really good. And you were doing exactly what I wanted as well, which was lifting it and releasing it. E, E.
E, e,
Good. Change the pitch.
e,
E, E.
e, e,
Yeah, lovely. Well
e.
done. Excellent. Just testing all of your call and responses and seeing what I'm working with it. Lovely, Stefania. Fabulous. Good. I want more of that in the sheet. Okay, so let's just try she.
She.
Excellent. And you've kept the lips lifting. Fabulous. The corners of the mouth lifting. Let's add the T. Sheet.
Sheet. Sheet.
Yeah, interesting. So let's try it less with the pitch change. So let's go back to she.
She.
Good. And then I want you to do exactly the same. And at the very last second of the word, we're just going to very simply lift the tip of the tongue, not the whole tongue, and just quickly add a nice little t at the end. Sheet.
Sheet. Sheet.
Yeah, good. Not bad. What I'd like to see is when you're doing the T sound, let's see if we can keep the corners lifted. Sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, good. Sheet. Hang on a minute. I'm just thinking of something else to explain to you. Sheet. Good. What I want you to think of while we're lifting the lips, the corners of the mouth, we're lowering the tongue slightly at the back. So we're kind of going sheet. I almost want you to feel like you're sending the sound to the back of the throat a little bit, where that g g g g and k k k k are. Yeah. Sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, better. Okay, good. your tongue is coming a little bit too high on the sheet, on the E sound, especially when we're adding the T at the end. And I think it's because we need to lift the tongue to make the T. We need to lift the tip of the tongue, not the back of the tongue, okay? We need to keep the back of the tongue relatively heavy and neutral, I say, just to make sure there's a nice amount of space between the tongue and the roof of the mouth to let that E sound just sit beautifully in our mouth and resonate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So much to think about. And you did really well with the lips. So what I would actually really love for you to do, in fact, great exercise for us all to have a little practice of. I want us to press our entire tongue to the roof of our mouth now, like we're pushing, trying to push our brain out of our head. Go. Tension. It should feel hard. Effort. Good. Relax. Let that tongue hang heavy in the mouth. Oh, keep breathing. Good. And push the tongue up again. And release. Good. Can you feel the difference when your tongue is engaged at the roof of the mouth and when it's hanging out neutrally in the mouth? Everyone feel that? Can you feel that, Stefania?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good. Now what I want you to do is almost like, you know, like a canoe has like a hollowed middle. I want you to see if you can sink the tongue into the jaw and make a bit more of a hollow, hollow shape. Yeah, good. And then release, let it hang out neutrally, and then hollow, and release, and push it up, and release, and hollow out, and release. Woo! Amazing. Okay, well done, guys. So again, what I'm trying to get us to do, we've looked at the position of our consonants from this angle, forward and back. Now what I'm getting to think about is your tongue from high to low. We can go lower, we can go to a middle range, we can go higher. We can force that tongue up to the roof of our mouth a little bit. I really want you to practice that exercise, Stefania. Don't rush it. What's really important is that we do the exercise, then we release. Then we push it, then we release. What we're doing is we're getting used to putting maximum effort into an action with maximum release at the end of the action. Talking is all about quickly releasing, engaging different things while we're doing it. And I think for you, just for your practice, what I'm seeing now, Stefania, I'd like to see you, get better and quicker at releasing and using tension when you need to. I think when we're doing something with one thing, it's causing tension in the wrong place that's actually interfering with the sound. Does that make sense?
Yeah, got it. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you're so welcome. But really, really good. Lovely everything else. The rhythm was really good. I think it's just making sure that tongue doesn't creep up and sit too high in the mouth when you're attempting a kind of middle of the road phrase or something and it interferes with other sounds. Okay, so practice letting that tongue be heavy in the mouth. Yeah? Any questions?
No, thank you.
Let's park you there. Well done. Lovely. Guys, you are a strong old cohort, let me tell you that. Ksenia, please. Hello. You are muted,
Hi.
unmuted. Lovely.
Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Okay. So
Take it away.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Lovely. Excellent work on the rhythm. Well done. Lovely.
Thank
Main
you.
thing for you, actually, I'm going to give you a bit different, is the thes, the these. So we've got three of them there, haven't we? I slit the sheet I slit, upon the sitted sheet I sit. They're almost dentalized. And again, we don't often do that in our British accent, I would say. So when I say dentalized, instead of it being a nice the, a nice resonant, smooth sound, I'm getting a the. Okay, it was subtle, but I can hear it. So can we try the? Can we just do a few repeats of that?
The, the.
Excellent, lovely. Put it in the tongue twister for me, nice and slowly. I slit the sheet.
I slit the sheet.
Yeah, excellent. And let's actually, and again, guys, this is just for the exercise, but it's worth noting. Can we make the a little bit more on voice and a little bit more resonant and a little bit longer? I know we know that it's not an important word because it isn't. It's not the main focus of attention in the speech, is it? But nonetheless, again, this is something I see English native speakers do is they know that it's a short word, therefore they need to keep it unstressed, but then you unstress it to a point where it doesn't sound natural. Does that make sense? So we still want to give it its weight. It's still part of the sentence and it's still helping me understand the sentence. So give it a little bit more of a longer, well, make it a bit longer. I slit the sheet. Again?
I slit the sheet.
Yeah, good. So again, you're kind of cutting it off the, quite short. The. Can we make it smoother ending? The.
I slit the sheet.
Better, better, subtle. Very good, very good, very good. Do the whole tongue twister for me. Let's make sure that we don't dentalize any of the thes. And let's make sure those T's at the end of the word are extra crystal clear for me. One more time.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, really, really good. Slitted. Let's make sure those T's are still T's, not D's. Slitted.
Slitted.
Thank you. Lovely. Can you hear the difference, everyone, between that T and that D? Slitted is a real difference there. One more time for me, Ksenia, that word, slitted.
Slitted.
Yeah, good, good, good. Lovely. Fantastic. Really, really excellent. One final thing for you to take and run with. That kit vowel just needs a little bit more work, okay? Have you all looked at the kit vowel? I feel like that's one of the first ones that Lilo usually does, but maybe not. Have you looked at the kit vowel? It,
It.
yeah?
It. Yeah.
It, yeah. Practice that a little bit more for me because it's slightly veering into the E remit. Okay, but apart from that, absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Any questions?
No, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Lovely. This is such a big cohort. I'm going to try and whiz through. I don't think we're going to get to the other tongue twister, but we will come to the triple beats, and we will also leave a little bit of time at the end of class, guys, if you have got any questions about any phrases or anything that you're struggling with or just want to know from a native speaker. So if you are watching this and thinking up words and having questions, just jot them down and I'll get to them at the end of class, okay? And we will overrun because we started late because of my bloody laptop. But anyway, okay, good. Hi, Olga.
Hello, I just
Hello.
realized that I have a very tight jaw.
Oh, good
Mhm.
observation. The best of us do. We all do. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
Work with what you've got. Let's have a little go at this tongue twister.
Okay. I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Lovely. Very good. I'm actually going to ask for a little bit more freedom from you.
Yes,
Have a
exactly.
little wiggle. Yeah. Chill out, babes. It's all good. We slit the sheet.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, fantastic. Lovely stuff. I'm actually going to give you a little bit more of feedback on your intonation. You're doing the stress. Anna, hilarious. We are all sweat. I do love this tongue twister. It does make me laugh. Good, Olga. Fantastic. Really, really good. I think your rhythm's really good. I actually want to look at your intonation a little bit more. I slit the sheet with it's sounding a little bit, well, there's nothing wrong with how you're sounding it. It's a certain intonation pattern, but I want to break that up a little bit and get you to think outside the box of your natural intonation pattern, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I want you to follow my lead. Slit the sheet. I slit the sheet.
I slit the sheet.
Excellent. Okay. The sheet I slit.
The sheet I slit.
Yeah, okay, good. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Okay, good. Well done, well done. Lovely. So again, guys, intonation is a really key thing in our British accents. If I speak, again, I'm going to be a bit stereotypical here, okay, so I'm not trying to offend anyone, but if I'm speaking like an Italian accent, typically there's a little bit more of a up and down, a kind of rhythm there, yeah? If I'm speaking in my British accent, can you hear that kind of intonation pattern happening at all? Not really. It doesn't quite sound right if I do that. So again, there's kind of like a natural little up and down rhythm that we have. And often I'll find, where are you from, Olga? What's your natural
Russian. I'm
Yeah,
Russian.
okay, great. So often what I'm hearing with a lot of, again, certain European languages and accents, it kind of goes down in the voice and then we end up down here. And I'm sure you've heard this whole Zoom call. I've not sounded like that too much at all, would you say?
Mm.
If anything, I'm bobbing around lots of lovely places and I'm lifting at the end of my sentences to try and emphasize something. I'm kind of, when I'm stressing something and emphasizing it, I lift it vocally in intonation, okay? And again, you're slitting a sheet. You're not slitting a fish or a curtain. You're slitting the sheet. So you might stress it by lifting it slightly. And that's what I want to kind of break you out of, Olga, is coming down. I want you to think more up at the end, especially if you're stressing something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when you're practicing, try and keep lifting it again, and then do both because we need flexibility to do both. But in this one, do it one more time, the whole tongue twister, and think about lifting and stressing the important information more for me.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Excellent. Well done. Fantastic. You did exactly what I was asking for. So fantastic work. Let's just look at upon really quickly. Let's make it a nice schwa at the beginning of that. Upon.
Upon.
Yeah. Be careful. It's not pon. It's upon.
Upon. Upon.
Yeah. And the stress is on the second. Upon. Upon.
Upon. Upon.
There she is. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Fabulous, Olga. Delightful stuff. Moving on, Vivara. You're the first Vivara I've ever met. What a great name. Hi.
Hi. I'm trying to say this, okay?
Do your best.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Lovely. Excellent rhythm. Spot on with the rhythm. Could we all hear that? Ah, lovely. Good. So your T's. What I'm seeing is that the tongue is getting a little bit heavy-ended when you're making the T sound. It sounds good, but what I can see is that actually, and again, this might trip you up as you keep progressing, you're kind of the slit. It's kind of like a lot of the tongue behind the teeth that's making the T
Slit,
sound.
slit.
What I want to see more is, in fact, can you try for me, Vivara, to touch your nose with the tip of your tongue? Oh my God, she can do it. Amazing. Okay, great. But can you see how your tongue makes this lovely pointy shape? Can you see that nice triangular Dorito esque shape that your tongue turns into? The tip, the lovely tip.
Slit, slit.
So can you see the shape that your tongue is making, first of all?
Yeah.
Like a pointy shape. Yeah. What I want you to imagine is it's only that little tip of that point that is making the T sound, and the T sound is I want it to tap the hard palate a little bit more, not just the teeth. So it's actually up. Bear with me. Up here, not
Yeah, yeah.
up there, not there as much. Just to try and get you to not kind of put the whole tongue in the front of behind the teeth here. The T sound shouldn't be looking like that. It should be a little bit more t t t t t t t t. You see how tippy and bouncy my tongue is? Yeah, good again. Yeah, good, good, good. Loosen the lips off for me. T t t t. Well done. T t t t. Two 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 two. Lovely. So when I get you to do your lip rounding more, the tip of the tongue is much pointier and a little bit crisper. That's the shape I want your tongue to make more. Okay, when you're doing the T. It's a light tapping, not a heavy pushing of the tongue. Make sense?
Yeah, okay.
That's all I've really got for you at this point, babes, because you did really, really well. Try the whole tongue twister one more time, and every time you get to a T, if it helps to use your hand, imagine this is your tongue. I just want you to, I slit the sheet. The sheet.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit.
Lovely. Yeah, really,
Okay.
really good. I think on the E sound, though, what's happening is because you're concentrating on making the nice sheet sound,
Sheet.
it's on that one in particular, you're almost dentalizing the T and making the tongue, I think because you're trying to keep your tongue quite released, you're actually using almost too much of it on the T. So sheet, sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah.
Sheet.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, really good. Identify both for me. Keep practicing both. Practice it wrong, a bit more meaty, and then practice
Mm.
it a little bit more tappy for me so you can really
Okay.
feel the difference. Can you feel the difference though? Is there,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I can see that you
Tip
can
on
understand it. So
teeth.
yeah, yeah. And I think what's not helping is that you're kind of lifting up the lips, which is making the tongue join you almost and keep wider
Yeah.
than I want it to. Whereas when I gave you the lip rounding, the tongue was straight away like trying to get through the lips, which was the right shape I wanted. So think about it going, oh, yeah. That's what your tongue's going. That's what I want you to think of, okay? Any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Super duper. You're so welcome. Well done, guys. What a dream team we've got here. Dasha.
Hi there.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. It's gonna be
Lovely.
funny, to be honest.
It
Okay, but I
should
will
be
try.
funny. Good, give it a go.
Okay, let's try it. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Lovely, really good stress on the rhythm. Excellent, exactly what I was after. Similar to, oh, I forget her name now. Upon. Can we try and make sure it is upon, not ipon?
Upon.
Again?
Yeah, realize that upon.
Yeah, upon the
Upon.
slitted.
Upon the slitted
Uh,
sheet I sit.
yeah, upon. Now I'm hearing more of a epon. Upon. So it's down and closed, yeah? Upon.
Upon.
Yeah, good. It might be because you were
Upon.
smiling a little bit and it made
Maybe. I like to
That's it. I
smile.
don't
Yeah.
want happy students, guys. Stop smiling. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, excellent. Really good.
Upon.
Yeah, pon. And on the pon, can we try and get to the N a little bit later so it doesn't become a pon, and that tongue is already ready for the N too soon? Upon. Oh, my tongue is really low on that lovely oh, hot sound, okay? Upon.
Upon.
Yeah, one more time.
Upon.
Yeah, okay, good.
No.
Can you see how so we got you're doing a lovely jaw release there, nice open mouth. Lovely, spot on. But when we get to a pon, you're doing this. Pon. What I'd like to see more is a pon.
Uh-huh.
Fish face, yeah? A pon.
I'm not quite sure what you mean, to be
So
honest.
what I would like to see is a little bit more of a jaw release and a bigger lip rounding and a lowering of the tongue if I wasn't giving you enough stuff to do. So essentially, I don't want this a pon.
Oh,
What
okay,
I
I got
do
it.
want is a
Yeah.
pon. Oh, we're getting nice and
Okay.
big in the mouth there. A pon.
Upon.
Better. Yeah.
Upon. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a pun,
Yeah.
it's upon. Oh, oh, oh. We're kind of coming up and over in the mouth, lowering the tongue, bigger lips, lower jaw. Yeah? Or
Yeah.
bigger,
Yeah. Okay.
rounder lips. Yeah. Well
Yeah.
done.
Okay. Yeah.
Any questions?
No, that's okay. Thank you. Thank
Great.
you.
Bloody well done. Excellent. Lovely, Dasha. Let's have a look now. Oh, has everyone been? Have I missed any hands? Everyone's been who wants to go. Also, guys, because of time, and I know we overran, well, we're going to overrun because it started late. In the group, use it, okay? I love hearing from you, and I want to answer any questions I can and help you as much as possible. So even outside of sessions, because I don't see you for until 3 weeks from today. So make sure if you have any questions about anything I've given you or that you want to, oh, where are you? Why can't I see you? I'd like to try. Yeah, I thought there was more of you. Oh, wow. Oh, Christ. Okay, I can see all the hands now. Do message me in the group with any quick questions you have, and I will try my best to get back to you. There we go. I found half of you. Lovely. Thank you. Elena.
Pippa, sorry, excuse me. Could you see my hand because I'm still waiting for training?
Who are you? Yes, there's a few, well,
Oksana.
quite a few of you
Yes.
that you suddenly I couldn't see you, but yes, don't worry, I will find you
Okay, thank you.
and we will go, Oksana. It will be brilliant. Elena, hello.
Oh yeah, hi.
Great to meet you.
So,
Off you go.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Lovely, excellent rhythm. Guys, all of your rhythm is like really, really, really good. So well done. Good focus on that. Do you know what? Can you do it one more time for me, Elena?
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, lovely. One thing that I think might help you a little bit, jaw release. Let's all do this. Let's have a little massage now of the cheeks. Yeah. Don't worry, it won't give anyone wrinkles. If anything, this is going to help your muscles be firmer. We love it. We love a little facial workout. Lovely. When you're starting the tongue twister, Elena, you are starting kind of like this. But when I say can you say I for me? Yeah, it's a little bit more neutral in the cheeks and in the lips. Lovely. So let's try and keep the lips that little bit more neutral while still getting the right shapes that we need to do it. But just relax on that a little bit more for me. I slit the sheet. Off you go. Whole tongue twister.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, lovely. Final thing for you, an intonation challenge now. You're coming every time you say sheet, you're hitting the same pitch, the same note. I slit the sheet I slit, upon the slitted sheet I sit. Can we try and change it every time? I slit the sheet I slit. Can we try and break up that intonation a little bit more so that we're not sitting on that same tone every time? One more time.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, interesting. Well done, well done. Good attempt. We still kind of sat there a little bit. It's so interesting, isn't it? So let's try it. Let's go to an extreme. Yeah, go on. What?
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, excellent. Well done. So again, trust it. This is it. That's it feels more foreign. It doesn't feel right. You would never say it like that. But guys, for the sake of the exercise, it's really important that we don't just sit on one intonation the whole time. We've got to start getting our muscles working and our brains working in a different way so we can add more variation and express ourselves more clearly. Well done. That was fantastic. Great work. Got there in the end. Any questions? Yes.
Yes, I have a question. You remember that exercise with our tongue? So yours formed a nice fold. Mine was just a piece of flesh. Like,
yeah. Okay, great.
Is it normal?
Yeah, especially because have you ever done this before?
Never.
Exactly right. I've done this probably a million times over the last 10 years. I've done this exercise at least once a week. Okay. So all that I want you to think about is letting the back of the tongue come out of the mouth. I know it sounds gross and it's weird, but yeah, see if you can open that jaw a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. So what you were doing before is trying to force it through a bit more of a tighter lipped situation. As soon as we open that jaw, there she is. Yeah. And again, it's just going to take practice. If it helps using the hand gesture, imagine this is the back of your tongue. And like even get the elbow involved, the whole shoulder involved. It might help if you're a bit more physically inclined to learn that way and visually inclined to learn that way, but you're already improving on it, okay? Key thing is to do it. Yeah, try not to do this with the head. Try and keep everything nice and neutral. Note for everyone, you can all take this on board. It's just the tongue and the jaw that are moving. Everything else is anchored very, very sturdily, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, if it helps to begin with, take out the bottom of the teeth connection with the tip of the tongue and just go, same. It's just again getting more specific use out of the tongue by getting the tip of the tongue resting behind the teeth. So it's more of it's kind of catching on those almost, yeah? Make sense?
Yeah, it does, but still, it feels like
it's gonna.
not much.
It's gonna. you can't do 10 press ups straight off the bat, can you? You've got to
Yeah.
start doing by half press ups. You've got to start, then, take your knees off and all of that. So it takes time. So don't be too hard on yourself. All of you, please be
Thank you.
patient. You've just started.
Thank
And
you.
you've got plenty of time to get this right, and it will take time. So well done. Good question, Elena. Well done. Fabulous work. Oh, I love it. Alexandra Fomenko, please.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Great, really nice. Your second sheet was a little bit more of a shit. So can we make
Okay.
sure, I know you've got a really good pace and a good sense of the rhythm already. Let's not go too fast, too quickly if it's going to still mess those little bits up. So try and just slow it down, make it a bit more conversational for me. I've known you 5 seconds, but I feel like you can do that for me. I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit. Make it a bit more casual for me.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, interesting. Well done. Sit, not sit. Sit. Final one.
Sit.
Yeah, make sure it's sit. One more time.
Sit.
Yeah, good, 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 good,
Sit.
good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Good. That second sheet was still a little bit off for me. I think it's the beforehand. So let's just say the sheet.
The sheet.
Yeah, one more time.
The sheet.
Yeah, good, good, good. The sheet.
The sheet.
Thank you. Yeah, call and response wise, you got it spot on. So what I think it is actually, and again, guys, this is not a note for everyone, but sometimes when we see the EE together in a word, we think we need to drag it out a little bit. And I absolutely gave that exercise to some of you. I actually think for you, Alexandra, I think if you think about keeping it a little bit more clipped, so slightly shorter, actually you're making the sound clearer. So sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, just get on with it. Sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, even shorter. Sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, almost like we're kind of going, those paddles with like a ball on a string and you're like bam, 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 and it
All
bounces.
right.
Yeah, like you're kind of sheet, like hitting it and it's coming
Sheet.
straight back for the T. Sheet.
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 Good. Make sure it doesn't then become shit. Sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, there we are. Thank you. Good. Can you hear the difference? It's very subtle.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
Yeah,
It's very difficult because we're not used to this
of
in
course.
our language.
Of course, and I'm mega impressed with how you're doing thus far. It's actually kind of insane. So well done. Let's just try one more time. The sheet I slit. So the middle bit of the tongue twister.
The sheet I slit.
Good. Keep that sheet a little bit shorter. The sheet I
The
slit.
sheet I slit.
Yeah,
The
good.
sheet
Lovely.
I slit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Really, really nice. Any questions?
Isn't it slit, slit, slit? Grammatically.
What?
So
What do you
isn't
mean?
the the past tense of slit and past participle is slit. So it's slit, 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 and not slitted.
Oh, it's just a tongue twister.
All right, all right.
So
Okay.
it's just a bit gobbledygooky.
All right, okay, okay. Thank you.
So tongue twisters will not necessarily be spot on grammatically. The slitted, it's just a nice little. So sometimes the tongue twisters they'll have a lot of the same sound. So in this one, we got the sl,
Yeah.
we got the I, the E, the T, and then the D is just there's a random D in there on slitted, and it's just to get you thinking slightly differently and giving you a different consonant to play with. Yeah.
Right.
But good observation. I like these sorts of details. Lovely. Well done. Any other questions?
No, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Lovely, lovely effort. Anna Fadena, please. Or Fadina, forgive me.
It's like in Italian, Fedina.
Fadina. Okay, amazing.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna sound a bit of extra. I
Go for it.
slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, really, really good. Similar to Alexandra, actually. I think that second sheet was just a little bit muddy. The sheet.
Sheet.
Say that for
The
me.
sheet.
Yeah, good. Make sure it's not the sheet.
The sheet.
Yeah, excellent. Much better on the TH there. Do the whole tongue twister again. Try and get that in.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, good, excellent. You've got a nice natural connection with the corners of your mouth and the neutral lips, which again is something I don't often see at this stage. So really, really nice. I slit. So the start of the sentence, just say it one more time.
I slit.
Yeah, better. Okay, good. Careful it doesn't become a slit. I think there was just a little bit of excess something going on in the second version that you gave me. So do it all one more time. I slit.
I slit
Yeah.
the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, really, really good. One more thing for you. Can we, like I gave, oh, I've forgotten her name now. Who was it? I gave a little bit more of an intonation change I want. So rather than I slit the sheet I slit upon the sheet. Can we try I slit the sheet I slit upon the slitted sheet. Can we change the pitch? Yeah, break it up. Let's
Okay,
go
that's
crazy.
bloody difficult.
Yeah, it is. So do it.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
I'd say that's pretty similar. Try it again. Slow down and just
Could you
really
please
think about
repeat
it.
that for me?
Yeah. So I'm giving you like a random example. So we can say, I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit.
I slit.
Yeah, so let's just do that bit.
I slit the sheet I slit.
Yeah, excellent.
Upon
So
the slitted sheet I sit.
yeah, okay, good. Well done. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, again, just trying to break you out of the, again, guys, anything that you practice, try not to do it just on the same pitch pattern every single time. Even if you're just doing like words that you're practicing in your little booklet, like kit and bit and whatever. Kit, kit, kit. Kit. Like try mixing up the pitch variation. Yeah, just to break it up and get you better at being more shifted with it. Okay. It's going to make you more expressive when you're doing your British accent and it will help you with your British accent so much. And it's something that I do think we miss quite quickly on in the course. So I'm giving it to you now. Any questions, Anna?
No, thank you. Thank you, Liv.
You're welcome. Well done. Love. Say love for me like that, please. Love. Not love.
Love.
Imagine
Love.
it's with a
I'm
U.
sorry, I have a friend from
Okay.
Yorkshire. It's like love.
Love. You're right, love. No, love. If we're trying to do a nice
Love.
British accent. Yes, that's better. Thank you very much. Get out of here. Lovely. Katerina, please.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. It's a bit windy today.
Oh, yeah. Been very windy where I am. Give me a go with this tongue twister, please.
Okay, I might sound a bit extra. I'm sorry. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, really, really nice. Fabulous. Really, really good. I think intonation's the main thing for you. So again, let's break it up a little bit. Just change the pitch for me. Make it feel really weird and really hard for yourself. But just try and mix it up. I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Like, just change it up for me. One more time.
I slit.
Great. That's it.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Amazing. So the first, when you started doing it and then you laughed at yourself, that's more of what I wanted. You kind of restrained yourself and pulled yourself back a little bit. Guys, we're going to look foolish. We're going to make mistakes and it's all going to feel weird. Just go with it. The more you can throw yourself in and be willing to mess up, the quicker you're going to learn all of this stuff. So really good, Katerina. I want you to practice that in your own time. Be brave, be bold. And I feel like there was one more thing. I think you said upon really nicely. Just say the slitted sheet.
The slitted sheet.
Yeah, the. Make sure it's the, not the. The.
The slitted sheet.
Yeah.
It's a bit complicated after the slitted. Slitted.
Yeah. So typically, guys, I mean, I don't know how definite this is, but usually if the word the is being followed by a word that begins with a vowel, a vowel, we would say the. So the elephant, the animal. I couldn't think of any other vowel words then. But if it's followed by a consonant, we would say the. So the slitted, the sheet, yeah? So it's more of that the. But all I'm doing is the. I'm just dropping it out, kind of. So again, we don't want to rush it and miss that because that's what makes it sound foreign to us native speakers. So just say the slitted.
The slitted.
Yeah, even more release. Relax a little bit, baby. Relax.
The slitted.
Yeah, good, not bad. Really well done. Lovely. Have you got any questions about anything?
Actually, I do have a question, but I think we will discuss it a bit further. It's about the glottal stop.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying a lot and never did I succeed. Not
Okay.
a single time.
Okay. Just say the slitted again.
The slitted.
Yeah, you're kind of doing it then. When you say the at the end of that word, you're doing it's quite a smooth offset, I would say, but that's kind of what it is. I think don't worry too much about not quite managing that yet, because I think it is something that will come with time. And I think just know that you are naturally doing it anyway. It's just now being able to identify when you are doing it. And that's the next level, isn't it? There's what's it? Unconscious incompetence, right? And we're all kind of at that stage at this point, even though some of you are being very competent, it's almost unconscious, I would say. So as you keep doing the course, you'll learn and you'll be able to go, consciously competent. You'll understand what you're doing when. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, but you can do it because you have just done it.
Okay, thank you.
Relax, it's fine. You got this, Katerina. Lovely, well done. Excellent work. Oh, cheers, you're welcome. Natalia Pankiva, please. Well done, everyone, for your patience. I know there's a lot of you to get through today, but I love it. I'd
Hi.
rather it that way. Hi, darling. Let's have a go.
I slit the sheet I slit, upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Where are you based? Where are you from?
I'm from Russia, living in Finland.
Okay, fantastic. I always love to know because I'm like, oh, there's like lovely little changes and different accents and things. Fantastic. I would like to see on that middle section, the sheet I slit. Can we try not to seesaw it back on the same intonation pattern, the same pitch that you did before? So can we try and mix up that middle bit a little bit more in terms of your intonation? So I slit the sheet. That's good. I think that does sound very natural. But rather than going the sheet I slit and seesawing it back in the same way, can we just break that up a little bit more? I want us to avoid, again, hitting the same note with it, just to see if we can break that a little bit, Natalia.
Would you like to hear rising intonation? No, I just didn't get how can we break it.
Whatever you want. However, you can even jump around. The sheet I slit. We can even do that. Doesn't even matter. I just want you to do something different with it.
I slit the sheet I slit, upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. Well done. Well done. Lovely. Yeah, really, really good. I feel like just say I sit.
I sit.
Yeah, set. It sounds almost like a set, like an E. Can make sure it's
I
a
sit.
sit.
I sit.
I sit. Yeah, and make sure, can we try it? Sit. Similar to someone else. Yeah, can we make sure that T is nice and crisp and clear and the tip of the tongue is very pointy and clipped? Just gently tapping. We're not, again?
Sit.
Good. One more time.
Sit.
Yeah. Sit.
Sit.
Yeah, excellent. And one thing I'll ask you to do, just to take it a little bit extra further, because it might help. You're kind of doing this with your teeth a little bit as you do it. Sit. Can we try sit? Sit.
Sit.
Yeah, more neutral. Maybe even hold the cheeks a little bit. Sit.
Sit.
Yeah, good.
Sit.
So yeah, you're rounding them a little bit there, which is great. But I would say they're a little bit more neutral when we say I sit. I sit.
I sit.
Yeah, not bad at all. Well done. Have you got any questions?
No, thanks.
Fabulous work, darling. Oh, what a good bunch you are. Tatiana. Well done, everyone. We're nearly there, and then we'll have a bit
I'm
of free
here.
time. Good. Hi, off you go.
Hi. 1 second, I need to find it. Okay. Okay. I slit the sheet I slit, Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, really, really good. Lovely, fantastic. Well done. Thank you so much. You've got a really lovely, I call it a sucker face, where where we do this, where our lips are out, and you've got like the lip. It's a different kind of lip rounding that I love to see because most people don't do it. I actually want you to release that a little bit for me and come back to a little bit more of a neutral mouth. Let's do a little quick one of these. And naturally, your mouth is sitting how I kind of want it to sit in the British accent, okay? You're quite neutral, which is lovely. Let's just try one more time. Just the first part. I slit the sheet. I don't want to see the sucker face until we get to the sh on sheet. That's the only place we need it, really. I slit the sheet. So only give it to me when you really need to use it. One more time.
I slit the sheet.
Excellent. And make sure the is the and not the. The sheet. The sheet.
The sheet.
The.
The sheet.
Thank you very much. Say those 4 words for me one more time with all of that implemented.
I slit the sheet.
Slow down, hold back. One more time, nice and slowly. I don't want you to do the rest of the tongue twister. We're just doing these 4 words super slowly. I slit the sheet.
Okay, I slit the sheet.
Did you do everything I asked you to do?
No.
Don't run before you can walk, babes. You've got a really good general basis you're working on, but when we rush it, we lose it. And then it's like, well, what are we doing here? Yeah. So just slow down, as simple as 4 beats. I slit the sheet. One more time.
I slit the sheet.
Excellent. Much better. Well done. Good. I think for you, babes, slow down. The slower and more precise you can be, again, the quicker you're going to learn how to do it, okay? And we're not going to get muddled with everything. Before you were using the lips different, like it was very muddy, okay? It was really good, but it was quite muddy. So I think for you, I just want you to practice really slowly. Be patient with yourself, don't rush it, and pay attention to what you're doing, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Amazing, amazing work. Well done. Good observations. Lovely, Tatiana. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Super duper. Ajan, please.
Hi, Pippa.
Done. Hi, well done. We're nearly at the end of all of you. You're all amazing for waiting so long. Go on, babes. Let's go.
No worries. I will try add intonation.
Yeah.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Good. Just do the last bit for me. Upon the slitted sheet. You just lost it there.
Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. Lovely intonation. Good go on all of that. Now let's try just that last part again. On slitted, let's make it sound really, let's throw away the intonation and the rhythm a little bit now. Let's make it really natural. So slitted. Just say slitted for me.
Slitted.
Yeah,
slitted.
Be careful it's not that L on the word sl. Be careful that doesn't make us make the I too throaty. There's a glottal involved, but it's actually a little bit more forward in the mouth, I would say. Slitted. Try and keep the energy of the word near the teeth by the T more than letting it fall back. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Slitted. Good again.
Slitted.
Yeah.
Slitted.
Good. And I'm actually going to give you permission to speed up a little bit. Slitted.
Slitted.
There it is. Lovely.
Slitted.
Yeah, excellent. So good, guys. Sometimes slowing down will interfere with the sound a little bit, but I'm trying to get Ajan to get used to doing it a bit quicker so she can move what she needs to move quicker, therefore not interfere with the sound a little bit more, just to articulate what I'm doing there. Can you hear and feel the difference when you kind of speed up the word a little bit?
Yes.
Or at least the vowel sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. It means that we're not sitting and letting the previous consonant interfere too much. So great. Have you got any questions? Is there any bits that you're struggling with in particular?
Just a question regarding the rationale behind the intonation change. So we will learn like specific, is there any rule or no, it is depends on the person who speak? Because I'm a bit confused. We are changing in various ways the intonation and this tone of our voice, but when we will be speaking later, will we be having some rule for that, or it will come natural? Or...
So the rule for me, other teachers might say differently, but for me, it's about the context of the situation and who you are speaking to. And I think this is kind of partly why Lilo's got me in on this course, because I do offer a bit more of an alternative look into that, in the sense that I'm very much like, well, how can I express what I'm trying to say more clearly to the listener, to my audience, right? I'm an actor. How can I make this affect the person how I want it to? So I would argue, no, there is no set rule. It is entirely dependent on what your objective is to get across to the person you are communicating with or people you are communicating with.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, thanks. It's
It's
clear.
so interesting. Yeah, I find this so interesting. But yeah, that's what I'd kind of argue there. And in the British accent, yeah. I think often we think that Brits are quite stiff upper lip and actually a little bit more reserved, but I would argue the majority of Brit people that I know are the most expressive. We're really good at expressing ourselves with the sounds that we make. We really pack the sound with the meaning as much as we can, even though it's fading a little bit, I'd say maybe with like, the current generation, the younger generation. But generally, for the people that are on this call, the age that we all are, and why you're doing it, I'd argue we want to explore that in its full entirety and range so that we can implement and pick and choose what we need to when we're talking to someone in particular. Make sense?
Yeah.
Could talk about it all day, darling. Right. Okay, let's leave it there. Good question. Thank you, Ajan.
Thank you.
Fantastic work. Guys, we are overrunning, but that's because we started late and also because I just want to get through to everyone. If you do need to go, please just go. Just say a little bye-bye. It'd be nice to say goodbye. And yeah, we will be wrapping up shortly and I will hang on a little bit longer if anyone's got any specific questions they want to go over. Maria Bondarenko.
Hi, hello.
Hello, thank you. Well done waiting so long. Off you go.
I slit the sheet I slit, upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Excellent. Your sheets improved as we went along, but the first one, I'm sorry to say it was a shit. I slit the sheet. First one, please.
I slit the sheet.
Hello. Lovely. The sheet I slit. Carry on for me.
The sheet I slit, upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, excellent. Lovely. And I would like to see a little bit more or hear a little bit more intonation change for you. Again, we're kind of coming back to this neutral point, which is fine. But I would argue in the British accent, it's very rare that we come back to a neutral kind of pitch. I'd actually say we kind of go up and then we go under it, then we come back to it, then we go under it and up on it again. So again, let's think about a little bit more variation and slight nuance changes to change the pitch. So
Okay.
give it a go.
I slit the sheet I slit, upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, good. And you broke up the rhythm as well, which was really good. Lovely. I think doing that, we lost some of the clarity of the consonant, the vowel sounds that I wanted, but that's fine. So yeah, I would say then what that's telling me already is that in your practice, I want you to make sure you're changing that pitch like I demonstrated earlier more. Does that make sense? Do you recall?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Slit. No, you've got a good lip neutral position. Any questions?
No.
Excellent. Well done. That was fabulous.
Yeah.
God, you guys are all fabulous. Absolutely bloomin' fabulous. Oksana Dolgova.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
So may I start? I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Excellent. Well done. Have you guys done dark L's and light L's yet? Probably not.
No.
Excellent. Great. So what I'm hearing, especially in your second slits and slitted, the L was really kind of, I'd say, taking over the word a little bit. Slit, slit. Can you hear what I'm saying there? What I'd like a little bit more is more of a lightness in that L. Slit, slit. Can you hear the difference?
Slit.
Better. Again, try and keep it a little bit more forward for me. The word itself, slit, most of the all of the consonants start at the front of the mouth. S is made here. L is the tip of the tongue lifting, yeah? La 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 la. Just do that for me. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Oh, lovely. Everyone give me a nice la 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 la. La 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 la. Everybody. Reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire in the film where he's like la 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 la. I like a zoom. Anyway, good, well done, lovely. It's more at the front, and then the T itself is at the front of the mouth, okay? But what I'm hearing with you is on that L, you're kind of bringing it back in the throat a little bit. Slit, la 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 la. And that's making it a bit more of a dark sound and less British, okay? So can we have it a little bit lighter? Keep about thinking the whole word. Think about keeping, scratch that, reverse it. Think about keeping the whole word here, slit.
Slit.
Good. What I'm hearing is slit, slit.
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 Imagine there's a little straw in front of you and you're trying to get the word through that straw. Slit.
Slit.
Better. Can you use your hand for me and just go like this? Slit.
Slit.
Yeah. Throw it away. Slit.
Slit.
Excellent. Much better. Can you hear and feel a difference or not?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
can.
Amazing. I want you to practice that. So, guys, we have light L's and dark L's. You'll probably get into it another time. But a light L in the word little is the first L. The dark L is the L at the end of that word. Little, all, la 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 la. And that's quite common in quite a lot of, well, Russian, I think in particular. La, la la la. There's like this rich L sound. But we also have in the British accent a lighter sound. Slit, lit. Like you. I like you a lot. And I want you to practice that a little bit more for me, Oksana. Okay, as best you can. If you've got any questions, let me know. Have you got any
Okay.
questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well done. Again, thank you for your patience and waiting
Thank
so
you, thank you.
long. So long. Anastasia, why? I think you're the last. If no one's been yet, or if someone hasn't been yet, please put it in the chat. Come on, babes. Let's go, Anastasia. Anastasia,
Hi.
why?
Yeah.
Hi.
So I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Whoa, I'm looking at someone else. Hang on.
Oh.
Where are you? I'm looking at
Hi.
Anastasia. What? Hi, where are you? Oh gosh. I can't see you. Where the heck are you? Oh my God, there's still more people. Oh, there you are. Here you are.
Oh.
I'm looking like I'm so inept at using a computer. I swear I do know what I'm doing. Go on, Anastasia V. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, fantastic. Really, really good. Lovely. The second bit of the tongue twister, we're starting to make the T's a bit too much like a D. Okay. Yeah, so let me just quickly check the tongue twister. So if I slit the sheet I slit. So yeah, let's think about keeping the T's extra crisp and clear just on that middle bit. So just say the sheet I slit.
The sheet I slit.
Yeah, good. And rather than sheet, can you hear how you're kind of pulling? It's almost going to the throat there. Sheet.
Yeah.
Sheet.
Yeah.
Similar to that L that I was just discussing. Sheet. Can we think it's coming?
Sheet.
Yeah. Sheet. And actually, what you're doing a little bit is keeping the teeth together. Sheet. There's almost a sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah, there's a minute release of the jaw in there. Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Good. One more time, the whole tongue twister.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, good. And again, just seeing your physicality. I don't know if anyone else noticed this. Lovely Anastasia is kind of going sheet. You're kind of pulling your whole body back a little bit. This is why it's so important to have your cameras on in these sessions because it's these little things. Can you try it the opposite? Can you go sheet?
Sheet.
Good. I don't want, again, forward. A lot of the British accent is here. Yeah. Better. So if you notice you're doing that in practice, do the opposite, break the pattern, break the connection that you're naturally doing there for whatever reason, just again to get you freeing up physically freeing up.
Yeah.
Have you got any questions, my love?
No, that's good.
Fantastic. Lovely. Right, we're still going. Again, guys, if anyone needs to go, forgive me, please run away. That's fine. We're getting there. Alina.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Hello. Oh,
Can you
hang
hear me?
on. We've got Lena. Let me go to this one. We've got Alina and Lena. I will
Yeah,
add. There we go. Right, let's go.
yeah. Hi,
Let's go.
Pippa. How are you?
I'm good. Lena in the red top, you hold fire for a moment. I'm going to go with Alina Abramenko. Hello. That's fine, Nikita. Thank you. Lovely to see you. Goodbye. Well done, everyone. Alina, take it
Yeah.
away.
All right. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Excellent. Alina's the only one this far into the session to make sure she's got upon the slitted. You've broken it up lovely, which is how we did it right at the beginning. So well done. I will let you take that away now. We can make it more natural. Slitted. Just say slitted for me.
Yeah, sure. The slitted sheet.
Yeah,
Slitted.
lovely. Yeah, good,
Slitted.
good. All right, do the tongue twister again now. Try not to worry about the intonation and the rhythm too much, but just give it to me a little bit more naturally. I just want to see what happens.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, okay, good, good, good. You sped up, which is obviously natural. We do speak quite quickly, myself included. I give you permission to just pull back on that speed a little bit, okay? Even though I gave you the freedom, just naturally think about slowing it down just a wee bit. And then what was the other thing I was about to say to you? You did the sheet. Yeah, the first sheet. Can we try and keep that as nice and succinct as the other two? I think because you're kind of sitting on it a little bit, which is fine. I slit the sheet, but rather than going, I slit the sheet, can we not jump too far? Can we imagine it's like a little decline, not a big drop onto that word? Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of. I will
Yeah,
try.
go.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Fantastic. Really, really good. That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, again, so for you, just be aware not to kind of jump too down low in your intonation. Again, this is quite complex stuff, guys, I'm giving you, but just be aware. We don't want to just keep dropping too far. In our British language, British accent, we tend to kind of stick in the middle road. We're a little bit safer. We don't jump too far down into the cave. We just go down the hill and up the hill, down the hill and up the hill. Okay. Great. You're welcome, Karina.
Right.
Thanks, guys. Well done. Well done, Alina.
Thank
Fabulous.
you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, darling. Ciao. Lena in the red shirt.
Hello.
Thank you for your patience. Hello, my love. Give it a go.
All right. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Excellent. Really, really good. Lovely. I can tell you've put your British accent hat on, which is great. Where are you living at the moment? Are you in
I'm
London?
in London. Yeah,
Thought
yeah.
so. Do you know how I thought so? Because we got a Cockney, we got a lovely Cockney London coming out here. I slit the sheet I slit upon the shitted sleet I shit. That's what then, sorry. You're going quite Cockney, and I'm going to be honest straight away, it doesn't quite suit your personality and what I'm already getting from you. You're definitely more of a, I would say, royal family level RP as opposed to a Cockney London. Unless you want to sound Cockney, what do you want to sound like? Do you want to sound like
Royal.
me or cocky? Yeah,
Yeah.
right, exactly. So I would. Which part of London do you live in? If you don't mind me asking.
West of
Yeah,
London.
okay, fine. Interesting. So I I want you to think more posh for me straight off the bat. What
Mhm.
might help? Posture always helps, okay? I
Yeah.
slit the sheet. Let's think about keeping it a little bit more lofty, okay? You're better than that. Let's try that. Just do the tongue twister again, thinking, I'm a little bit snooty and a little bit posh. I slit the sheet today. Try again.
I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, excellent. Well done. Well done. I want you to try and think that when you're doing your British accent, you're sticking a bit more true to who you are. Not that I'm saying you're posh and at all, but I definitely think that's the kind of voice we're trying to find here, the kind of accent we're trying to find here for you. So one thing that will help is on the E sound, trying not to wiggle around on that too much. The sheet, that sounds quite Cockney to me, but the sheet or the sheet is a lot more clipped RP royal kind of level or contemporary royal British royal language. So do the first four words for me. I slit the sheet. Keep it a little bit more succinct.
I slit the sheet.
Yeah, good. Slit, slit. Can we try and keep it a little bit more elevated so it's coming up on the roof of the mouth? Slit, slit.
Slit.
Good, better. Even more so, like a little tiny rainbow is happening in the mouth. Slit, slit, almost like it's coming through your nostrils.
Slit. Slit.
Better. Can you hear the difference between slit and slit? Like slit.
Slit.
It's a pitch thing, but it's also, I think, an energetic thing, like where you're sending the sound. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
It
just
makes
be aware of that because I think for whatever reason we're kind of, and I know especially on this course we're trying to keep it more contemporary. So we're not all trying to sound like the God rest her soul, the old Queen Elizabeth. We're not trying to sound like this, are we? Like the old BBC. We are trying to sound a little bit more contemporary, but as a result, let's make sure it matches our demeanor and what we're actually going for. So do have a little think of that. Do you want to sound like Keira Knightley or Fleabag?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you don't want to sound like Erin Doherty, who's a little bit more like, oh yeah, you're right, mate. Like, yeah, like no, that's not what we're going for. So, but maybe some of you are after that. So then we can look at that. But good. Have you got any questions, Lena?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Fabulous. Well done. Really, really good. Oh, it's so interesting, isn't it? Anastasia, why, please? I'm going to pin a lot of you now so I just don't forget anyone. And
Yeah.
Angeline.
Hello.
Hello. Give it a go for me.
Yeah. I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, lovely. Really, really good. That second one, I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Can we not rush that too much? Because I think the shape interrupted it and muddied it a bit. One more time.
I slit the sheet. The sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, really, really good. Lovely. For the most part, you're doing really, really well. One thing that I'm seeing or hearing and seeing at this point already is it's really important we finish the thought and finish the word that we're on. So that first time, we rushed the second part, but the second time you kind of rushed the first part and it kind of became, I slid the sheet, I slid the sheet. What does that mean? I slit the sheet. For now, I want us to be super precise and super clear and over the top clear. We're not trying to sound natural at this point. I would like a little bit more precision, a little bit more stick into that metronome, if you wouldn't mind, please. So I slit the sheet I slit. Try again.
I slit the sheet. The sheet is I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Yeah, lovely. Well done, well done. Fantastic. Let's just say slit.
Slit.
Yeah, okay. Slit, slit.
Slit.
So what we're doing, it's a one syllable word, and it's quite a short, sharp vowel sound. I. What we're kind of doing is that L, I think, is interfering and making you kind of make it a bit of a there's a extra kind of pitch change in there that we don't need too much. I'd like you to kind of keep it a little bit shorter and sharper and on one note for me. So slit, slit, like you're throwing a dart.
Slit.
Yeah,
Slit.
good. So it's not slit, or breaking it up too much. Slit.
Slit.
Yeah,
Slit.
better. Yeah, and make sure that T isn't too wimpy. Let's make it a nice crisp t, like a t.
Slit.
Yeah,
Slit.
yeah, for this at this stage. Yeah, lovely. Have you got any questions?
Not really. Is it with a sheet? All okay?
Sheet, yes. So I'm trying not to over bombard everyone and give you something to work on. But yeah, sheet. It does need to, it's a little bit more of the kit vowel at the moment. So sheet, sheet.
Sheet. Sheet.
Sheet. So similar, like I've given a few people, that tongue is just a little bit too high for my liking. So sheet, sheet. In fact, maybe think about, when we did the canoe tongue exercise, I want you to think about almost doing that when you get to the E sound. Sheet, sheet, like you're bouncing on a trampoline and the trampoline is your tongue. Sheet, sheet.
Sheet. Sheet.
Better.
Sheet.
Better. Sheet, sheet. And again, what might help is the nice corners of the lips lifting slightly. Sheet, sheet.
Sheet.
Yeah,
Sheet.
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 Sheet. sheet. And I give you permission to let it come at the back of the throat a little bit more. Sheet, like it's coming backwards.
Sheet.
Yeah, yeah. Because as soon shit, the kit is up here, but a sheet, it's more wide. So maybe think about wide actually. Sheet, sheet. Better. We're getting there. I think that will come with time. I think it's just a little bit more practice and specificity with the tongue. Is that okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Crushing it. Woohoo! Okay, Angelina, you're last but not least. Andre, hello. Let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Well done.
I won't say shit. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Fantastic. Let's take away that exactly what I did as well. I did at the beginning, exactly what I wanted, so fabulous. Let's take away the breakup now. So let's just do the last bit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Upon the splitted sheet I sit.
Good. Slitted, not splitted. Upon the
Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Oh, well done. Lovely. One more time.
Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Excellent. Upon, it's very minutely sounding a little bit like upon. Upon.
Upon.
Yeah, okay. Good. And let's try. I gave this to someone else as well. On the can you see how wider, more open my mouth is and how low my tongue is? Apo.
Apo.
Yeah, better. Upon.
Upon.
Yeah, yeah. And make sure that N sound on that word, again, like the T, it's a little tap, but there is a little bit more resonance. So try not to lose the N sound for me too much. So let's just quickly go na 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 na.
Na 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 na.
Good. Ni 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 ni.
Ni 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 ni.
Yeah, okay, lovely. Slow it down for me. Ni 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 ni.
Ni 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 ni.
Excellent. Okay. Upon.
Upon.
Yeah, okay. So what I'm trying to do is get you to make the N a little bit clearer. Can you see there's a proper release and an end of the word when I do it? Upon. I'm almost going upon. Upon.
Upon.
Yeah, okay, good, good, good. Well done. That's more of what I wanted. I just want that tip of the tongue doing a little bit more work on that N. And then just say slitted.
Slitted.
Yeah, slitted. Slitted. It's a little bit too dentalized on the T for me. It sounds like slitted. Slitted. Can we try slitted? Can we make the E?
Slitted.
Yeah, there's another kit vowel in between slit and then tid. There's a second one there on tid, and you're losing that a little bit and you're keeping the tongue a bit too high. Slitted.
Slitted.
Yeah, excellent. Better. How's that feeling?
Great.
So much to think about. Really, really good. Lovely. And again, for you, I would say, just generally in your practice, make sure you're not rushing ahead too much. Keep it really nice and slow. But you were giving me that vibe, but just in case. Any questions?
No questions. Thank
Fantastic. Well done. Well done being stood up the whole time as well. I commend you. Angelina, last but not
Morning.
least. Go, girl. How are you?
I'm good. It's a bit getting complicated. Next time I will volunteer.
Well done. Let's give it a go.
Let's do it. I slit the sheet I slit. Upon the slitted sheet I sit.
Fantastic. Well done. Nice change at the end there. I sit. Like that. Throwing that in at the end. The first I, though, was, I don't even know what it was, babes. Can we make sure it's I?
I.
Yeah, I slit the sheet.
I slit the sheet.
Yeah, be careful it doesn't become slit the sheet. It sounds a little bit almost like lofty. I slit the sheet. I. That tongue, the lips aren't doing too much. The tongue is moving though. Can you see in my mouth? I. Yeah.
I slit the sheet.
Yeah, good. And get that T nice and crisp for me. I slit the sheet. Slow it down.
I slit the sheet.
Thanks. Final thing. The, not the. The.
Yeah.
Ugh. So much silly things to think about. I slit the sheet. Let's keep it that staccato, please. I slit the sheet.
I slit the sheet.
Fantastic. Well done. Really, really good. Don't rush ahead too much when you're practicing. you lose it. And when we rush, guys, general note for you, we can't possibly pay attention to what we're doing. We lose it. We get muddled and we just drop things that really actually we do know what to do, but it just takes it away from us. And then we don't make as much progress. Okay. So biggest thing for you, I'd say, Angelina, my love, is just keep it slow. You'll pick it up much quicker because you were picking everything up I gave you then very promptly. But if you rush it, it's not going to sit in and stick. Have you got any questions?
No, that was all. Thanks.
Yeah, really good though. Lovely. Yeah, and good natural shape that we got there. Guys, we're going to have to leave it there. What I'm going to do is in the group that we've got, I'm going to put the other phrases that I was going to do with you today. This is very typical of me. I give us so much to work on, and sometimes not many people can make the session, but today it was a full bloody class, blimey. So what I will do is I'll put the phrases that we were going to work on, and then I will record myself saying them. And then for homework, if you want to just have a little practice, you can put them in the group. I can give you some feedback. No pressure though, because I know you've got lots to learn and other homework from people, but it will be helpful. You get out what you put in this course for sure. And yeah, I am so pleased to have met all of you. You've all done incredibly well today. Excellent focus, those of you who've stuck on till the end. And any questions, I'll be on for a few more moments now. If you've got any specific questions you've got about any phrases or anything that you want to ask a native speaker about, I'll just stick around for a bit now. But if you need to go, please go. And if you want to ask anything, please ask. Well done. You're all amazing. Fabulous stuff. Fabulous stuff, Anton. I said the same thing. I second that. Any questions, anyone? Just unmute yourself, ask away. Oh, we got hands. Yes, go on.
The last but not least, about this sound when the tone goes back, k and k. How do we make it? Because I think I struggle a bit.
The K sound.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
it's the vocal folds, but the back of the tongue is moving as well. So k k k k k. So my back of my tongue is lifting in preparation to make the sound, and as I say it, it's releasing to get the kick of the K. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the back of the tongue is lifting and releasing quite promptly. So k k k k. Can you see my tongue is? You can't see a lot, but because it's at the back of the mouth. But k k k k k k k. Can you see what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
One exercise that my voice teacher at drama school gave us was ki yi 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 yi, and that was a really good exercise to get the back of the tongue just bouncing around and used to that motion, because some of us have a really we carry tension in all sorts of random places, but it's a really good way to loosen it off. So if you want to practice, I'll demonstrate. It's ki I I. So ki I I I I I, and we're almost adding a bit of a yodel in there. Ki I I I I I. Yeah.
Yes.
Feels weird, looks silly, sounds awful, but does the trick. You don't have to go
It's
as
what it
high as
is.
that, but yeah. So maybe try that, Katerina. Ki I I I I I. You don't have to go that high, but that's what we used to do. That's fine, Angelina. Lovely to see you. Well done. Does that answer your question, Katerina?
Yeah, thank you. I will try to practice. It's just
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
to repeat it.
Yeah. Are you with anyone else now? Are you home alone? I know it sounds
No,
really
I'm
weird,
home alone.
but home alone. When the house is empty and you're home alone and your neighbors aren't in, make sure you are trying to do these kind of weird, wonderful sounds. Don't get too embarrassed. Like let yourself just be weird with it, because again, you're going to learn more about your pitch ability and what you're capable of if you're just willing to throw yourself in the deep end. Yeah. So when the house is empty, give that a go. Key, I. Own it. Like who cares? Give it a whirl. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Dasha, you had a question as well.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I understand that we're out of the time already,
It's fine.
but
It's fine.
I'm
It's my
really
fault for starting.
wondering.
Yeah.
No worries. As far as I remember, one of the students asked you a question about the rule of the rhythm. So, and I would
Yeah.
like to ask you, you said that there is no rule, it's always based in the context, right? And I was thinking about that afterwards, and in my mind it sounds like if you want to point in something, like on the exact word, like thank you so much, right, or something like that, when you want to point on the exact word, is that this context what you meant, or what do you mean?
I couldn't quite hear the word you said. Did you say point to a certain word?
To point, yeah. To point to the word.
So your question, just repeat your question for me again.
So you said that it's all based on the context, right? When you need to use this rhythm, that rhythm, whatever. My question is, what this context mean? I'm trying to, if you want to point on exact words in the sentence, for example, that's what you mean under the context, or what do you mean?
So the context I mean is like literally the situation. So I'm in this classroom with you. I'm the teacher. Where do I stand? I'm the teacher. You are the student. I'm trying to point you in certain. I'm emphasizing certain things in this session that I wouldn't emphasize if I'm talking to my husband. I mean, I do pick him up on the way he speaks sometimes, but like, it's a different contextual situation. If I'm out in the pub with my friends on Saturday night, that is a different context to if I'm at work and I'm rehearsing for a show and we're there to get to work and it's a really emotional scene. My behavior and my attitude and what I'm talking about will be different. So that's what I mean by context. Does that make sense, first of all?
Yes, I understand that. Okay, yes. Let me tell you in a different words. I think you didn't understand what I mean.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to say that it's not about the behavior. Understand the different situation. You behave, you speak, you think different, right?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about for example, there is a sentence you were just talking about. If I'm in the bar, behave like that. When I speak with a husband, I will behave like that. So that's what I was trying to say. Does it mean that you just try to point on the word because it's important to say that it's in the bar?
Yes.
So that's what you mean.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not in a
so
library.
That's how it works.
It's in a bar. Yeah. So exactly.
Yeah.
So all those other words, and again, we're often taught this when we're starting a new language. It's like, or not a new. I know it's not new for some of you, but like, I think words like the or or pronouns, for example, personal pronouns, you're told to kind of not worry about them. I disagree, but the majority of what it is that you need to stress, and it might help you to think of the word stress and emphasize, because it's about finding creative ways to emphasize. Some people, so I use volume quite a lot. I'm often having to project in my work, so I often will stress with volume a word. I'll change the pitch on the word. I'll add more gesture. For example, you mimicked it, Dasha. You were like at the bar, at my husband. Like, we use gesture and physicality to stress things all the time because sometimes things don't make sense. So we have to embellish, don't we? Or we have to embellish to make it clear that someone understands what we're saying. It's my husband, not my wife. It's my son, not my daughter. I'm at a bar, not at the library. They're very specific things. So I think about what, even in the tongue twisters, even in the weird little exercises Lilo and all the other teachers are going to get you to do that exercise, focus on what they're telling you to do in the class. But outside of the class, think, okay, what's the key words in this sentence? What would I need to express clearer if I'm explaining this to a 5-year-old or my boss at work or whatever? And how might I elevate and emphasize that word in a way that a British person might? And you as a British person, like your British version of yourself, as it were. Similar, it's interesting actually, because like I gave Lena a little bit more of a character persona to put on, and it helped the accent a little bit, right? So do think about these things. Like, do I want to be a Keira Knightley, or do I want to be a Kate Winslet, or do I want to sound like, I was about to say Meghan Markle, but she's absolutely American. But maybe you want to sound American, I don't know. But yeah, have a few case studies and a few kind of personas or characters or celebrities that you relate to, that you want to sound like, and start seeing what they do when they're gesturing and articulating themselves in an interview or whatnot. See what else comes of it. And if you can employ that and it feels natural to you, it will help you emphasize and find that unruly rule we have of the way we speak, if that makes sense. Does that answer your question?
I think so. Yeah, it made it clear, more clear. I wouldn't say that I understand completely. I mean, 100% how does it work, but yeah, it makes it a bit clearer. Yeah.
Furthermore, I would say as well, like if you're telling a joke or something, like if the bar is an important bit of the information, like we had a fight at the bar the other night. I've never had a fight in a bar, but anyway, like to me, I would say the bar actually isn't the important information. The fact is I had a fight at the bar.
Yes,
So
you
like,
would point fight, right?
Yeah. So again, further to embellish even further on the context, what is the story I'm telling here? Is it like, do I have fights at the bar every week? So, but I have fights every day, but they're at the shop or they're at school or they're at somewhere else.
But now it's in the bar, yeah. Okay,
but,
I understand that.
So again, to be even more specific. But anyway, I hope that helps. But don't overthink it too much. I'd say for now, just think what needs a bit more emphasis. If I was going to explain this clearer to somebody, or I wanted to affect them in a certain way.
I can understand.
Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? Unmute yourself.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dasha. No problem. Anyone else? Don't worry, we've got the group chat as well, so I'll get on with it. I might not do it straight away because I've already overrun and I've got a lot to do today. I will get the other bits in the chat as soon as I can. I'll get this recording up as well. I always put it up on my YouTube, and you'll see countless other sessions I've done with other people on there. Dip into it. Do come back to this. If there's anything that you're like, oh, what did she say? Come back to this recording. You're going to pick things up quicker if you study more out of your time. You know this. And yeah, if you've got any questions in the meantime, just put them in the chat and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Lots of love. Very well done. Lovely to meet you all. Have a lovely rest of your weekend and great work today. I commend you. Toodaloo.
It was a pleasure. Bye.
Pleasure indeed. Bye. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Good to meet you. Oh, what a bunch of superstars. Just quickly check the comments if there was anything else. Thank you so much. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Oh, stop, guys. You'll make me cry. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye, Anastasia, Lena, Andre. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll end it there. Ciao.